Bienvenue. Welcome. My name is Mark, and this is the M&I's podcast, and I'm joined by my co-hosts.
What's up, guys? This is Isaiah. Hope you guys are all having a great afternoon.
We have some crazy and amazing topics today, but before we do that, Isaiah has a few things to talk about.
All right, guys. Usually within this podcast, I like to start off with some mental health tips. But before we get that, we're gonna panic mode a little bit. All right, we're gonna panic before we get to the mental health issues, so that the mental health tips actually, they work for you. Loma, Lomachenko, where you at, dog? Um, so before this podcast, we're doing some research. We always look over our notes, make sure we're going on the right track. And we were talking about Lomachenko because all the news, if you were to search up Vasily Lomachenko news, all you usually get is stuff that's either 2 weeks old or people calling Loma out as the next person that they want to fight. And he's gotten completely blacklisted right now. There is almost no news on Vasily Lomachenko from him saying his state of being, if he's doing okay, and we have more news on Russia's invasion towards Odessa, but it'll come on a little bit later. But for right now, we're just kind of in panic mode. The My favorite boxer ain't showing up somewhere. So say something, please. Por favor. Please. Anyway, um the three mental health tips that we have for this week, which by the way, I hope that you guys are all having a some kind of beverage. I'm having some water next to me because it is extremely hot right now. It is like peak about like the overarching edge of summer. Mark, are you drinking anything?
Yeah, I'm drinking just fresh water right now.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Guys, water is like the best. It's free. Just grab some water, um, and just put it next to you, and stay hydrated throughout this. And if you have to go pee, dude, do it. We got you. We understand. It's called the M&I's pee for a reason. Anyway, so the three mental health tips. This is from the National Institute of Mental Health that I have for you this week. Is number one, make sleep a priority.
Oh,
I just hear like all like people our age, or if they're like about teenager to like early adulthood. I can hear you laughing right now.
dude.
I can hear you laughing right now. Oh yeah, I got you.
Isaiah,
We
you
don't we
can't,
don't
you
we
can't
don't we
be,
don't do sleep.
you can't
We
be
don't do
talking about
sleep.
this.
Hey, it's not about what I do. It's about what I say. And if you follow it or not, that it's not coming from me, okay? It's coming from the National Institute of Mental Health. It's make sleep a priority. Stick to a schedule and make sure you're getting enough sleep. Blue light from devices and screens can make it harder to fall asleep, which is probably why it's a bad idea to have your phone out before you go to bed. But we do that anyways. But we're just letting you know. It's probably easier to fall asleep without your phone. So reduce the blue light exposure from your phone or computer before bedtime. Hey, there's even like a night mode. There's like a night mode for your phone that you can just turn down the brightness ever so slightly, and dude, you'll fall asleep. No problemo. Second one. This one I actually do. Get regular exercise. Just 30 minutes of walking every day can help boost your mood and improve your health. Small amounts of exercise add up. So don't be discouraged if you can't do 30 minutes at one time. If you can't do 30 minutes at one time, shoot. People can run 8 to 9 minute miles, 8 to 10 minute miles just by jogging. You can reach a mile in about even 10 to 11 if you maybe walk. Just walk a little bit, 15 minutes, come back, and that'll be your regular exercise for the day, and you'll thank yourself. You feel a lot better. You'll have more energy, and if you take it more seriously, your body will thank you even more. And the third and final tip that I have for you guys is try a relaxing activity. Explore relaxation or wellness programs or apps which may incorporate meditation, muscle relaxation, or breathing exercise. For me, this is something that I actually do. So the spacing in between my boxing training and work is about like an hour and a half slot in between that, and it takes a little bit too long to go home from work and then from home to practice. So I just go from from work to a nearby beach, and I know not everybody listening to this is gonna have a beach because I live in Hawaii, but literally just find somewhere that you can feel relaxed in, whether that's your room, whether that's outside under a tree in the park, whatever it may be. I just sit down, I just relax, I listen to music that gets me in that relaxation mood, and I just massage myself out, stretch out, relax a little bit, and that has definitely helped me get prepared for practice, in which I absolutely demolish myself every day, Monday through Thursday. So make sure that you have some kind of relaxing activity that you do help you improve your life. And I'll give it back to you, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Relax. Get a book. Read. Educate yourself. Stimulate your
Actually,
mind.
dude,
That-
reading makes me stressed out. Not
Don't-
gonna lie.
Hey, man, if you live in like the city or anything, I highly suggest going to like a park, finding like a nice like fountain, sit by it,
Hey man, yeah.
take a time, listen to like relaxing, calming music, or go to your local Barnes and Nobles. You know, nice to have like a quiet place and have the nice smell of coffee in the background.
Ooh,
It's really good for you.
hard on right there. We're not for kids.
No. If you are a kid and you're listening to this, man, we are very sorry.
I'm so sorry. That's all me. It's the I part of the podcast. So you don't blame M, blame the I part.
So our first news, we go to the big men, big time news. Tyson
Big.
Fury, the WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of boxing, and the UFC heavyweight champion Francis Ngannou have been engaging in like some social media exchange on Twitter. Tyson Fury is currently calling out Ngannou, and he's calling him a chicken. And Ngannou replies saying that he wants all the smoke in 2023. Do you think this is going to be a big fight? Will this fight do better than the last time an MMA fighter and a boxer came, which was Mayweather versus McGregor? And, if this fight does happen, who wins?
Okay, so sorry, did you want to say something first? My bad.
Yeah, man, I'm just letting you take the floor. What do you
Okay,
think?
all right. Okay, let's tackle this one by one. Do I think this is a big fight? Yes, with an asterisk. It depends on the sport, because if you were to argue that Tyson Fury was entering an octagon, then I would say it would be a much bigger fight than it being in a boxing ring, because we've already seen a better boxer with high power potential, Deontay Wilder, go against Tyson Fury, and we already seen that outcome 3 times. So Ngannou, he is an amazing MMA fighter, but as a boxer, I don't think you're gonna get quite the upset or the fireworks that some of you are thinking about, especially if we've already seen Deontay Wilder try it, and he's an actual boxer. He's dedicated his life to that sport. So no, I don't think it's gonna be that big of a fight. It'll be interesting. I don't think it's gonna really be that enticing to me personally.
Mm-hmm.
Will this fight do better numbers than Mayweather versus McGregor? Absolutely not. No, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't think you cannot replicate. You can't replicate that fight, because Mayweather versus McGregor was one of the first times that in history that something that big has happened. Like a well-renowned, highly skilled, strike-focused MMA fighter versus the best counterpart of boxing, which is Mayweather. That was the first time that's ever happened, and the numbers were insane because we didn't know what it was like for an MMA fighter to step in the ring with Mayweather. Um, the I just lost my train of thought. Um, you can't really replicate that kind of energy. It'll just be like a lower I don't know, sequel to it. Not really gonna work out in my opinion. If this fight happens to wins, Tyson Fury, easy. If it's a boxing match, then Ngannou, and that would be a much more interesting fight because we've never seen that happen before. We've never seen like a boxer who has dedicated his life to boxing step in the MMA ring once, just so that we can try it out, see what happens. We already know what's gonna happen because obviously it's gonna go somewhere to the floor, and then Tyson Fury is not gonna know what to do, and then Ngannou's gonna do all wrestling, jiu-jitsu, keeping on the floor, ground and pound, you name it. He's up there. He's done it. So yeah, depends on the sport.
So, do I think this is a big fight? I think it would be a big fight if Tyson Fury steps in the octagon with
Yeah.
Francis.
Exactly.
Will it do any numbers compared to Mayweather and McGregor? I don't know. Tyson Fury is definitely a character. He's definitely very talkative, but Francis Ngannou is not. So with that in mind, there will be a ton of people like Joe Rogan and a few others, like really gung-ho MMA analysts will try their very best to sell this fight on their platforms, which I think would really help with the numbers. But I still don't think it's gonna reach anywhere close to McGregor and Mayweather's numbers.
Oh, do you know what? This started to interject. You know what would be actually really good idea?
What?
Instead of this, I would like some of the commentators
To go in there?
to go in. Yes,
Bro,
because
we
we've
already
never-
know. We already know DC.
We've never. Yeah, I mean, okay. Well, DC's kind of cheating because he's been a double champ. He's been
Oh,
up there.
Michael Bisping has
Well, I
been a
mean-
champ too.
Yeah, I mean, but
Oh, you mean Joe Rogan? You want Joe Rogan?
yeah, I want Joe Rogan. We've never seen Joe Rogan go in there, and he's
We got very close though.
Yeah, I mean, he has said, right? He has said that Taekwondo. I don't remember the exact wording that he used, but I remember in a video somewhere I remember hearing that Taekwondo it's useful in under certain circumstances, very limited circumstances. But he does have a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he has practiced MMA training before involving punches and kicks. Do I know his opponent? Let's make it who's that one commentator who he usually commentates on boxing, and then he put up like a boxing video and it looked like completely horrendous. You know what I'm talking about?
Is he an African American?
He yes, he is. Yes.
Does he work for ESPN?
He does. Yeah. What's his name?
Oh,
What's
that's
his name?
Stephen A. Smith, bro.
Stephen is. Yeah, that guy.
Bro, he's not a boxing commentator. Bro, he's mostly a basketball and like.
No, I didn't say that. I said he commentated on boxing. I didn't say he was a boxing commentator.
No, dude. That would absolutely go horrendous for this man. You just want to see this man get mauled to death. Because even though Joe Rogan, I think he's almost in his like mid-40s, I believe.
Yeah, he's around there.
Joe Rogan is in supreme shape. I've seen him like in his videos, and even in the ring during the post commentary stuff, you can tell he's still ripped. He's still like buff.
Oh, bro, no, he's beyond his 40s. He's 54.
Oh, geez. Even then,
Yo.
he's still like really in good shape. And man,
Yeah, he
yeah,
is.
no, that's like a slaughter. I would not want to see that because that would be unfair, completely unfair.
Hey, man,
I
come
would
on,
love to
come
see Joe
on.
Rogan and maybe Michael Bisping because I feel like they're around the same weight.
No, but that's not fair.
That's completely fair, man.
Michael Bisping is a veteran UFC tested champion.
Why not like Joe Rogan and like a really well-known mixed like martial artist who is also like an actor? Because he was
Um,
supposed to fight Wesley Snipes. I remember that. I
I
think
was
he
gonna
would.
stop.
I think he would do fairly well against Michael Jai White.
I was gonna say, who's that other podcaster who's also an MMA champion? Not Joe Rogan. He's not obviously.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean
he
his
has.
friend?
No, not Brendan Schaub.
I was like,
No,
isn't he
no,
like a
not
light heavyweight?
no, that guy. Not Brendan Schaub. I'm talking about. He he uh he did. He has a podcast, and like he was a dude that which, by the way, if you guys don't know, I'm super terrible with names.
Yo.
If it doesn't captivate, I'm not saying you didn't captivate me, but like I will forget your name the moment I hear it, just because I'm completely horrible at names. But he has been in MMA. He's fought GSP. Um, he talks about, like, he's the guy who's like, how good is McGregor? If McGregor wins against Mayweather.
You mean Chael Sonnen?
Yeah, Chael Sonnen, that's the guy. Yeah. Okay, how about has Michael Bisping ever gone against Chael Sonnen?
I don't think
I think
so.
they're the same weight class, right?
They
Wait,
were
no,
because Chael
no.
Sonnen
Oh,
went
yeah, yeah.
against Anderson Silva, and Michael Bisping beat Anderson Silva. Then
Okay, so they have been.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're in the same weight class. But I don't think they ever fought. I don't remember. I don't keep up, guys. I don't keep up much with MMA. I'm more towards the boxing side. I will keep up with boxing. I'll know every single fighter they fought. But in terms of MMA, I know the ones
I,
that pop up, and then they're like Isaiah tells me about it, and I'm like, let's watch it, and then we watch.
yeah, that's not more my side. Even though I would like to pursue boxing, I do like MMA. It's a lot more easier to follow because their
There's
weight
one,
divisions.
yeah, there's one,
Yeah,
one
it's
company
one.
that does it.
It's one.
Yeah.
There's not like a super feather middle heavy of the Ring magazine belt, bro. It's just, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just one. Also,
But
yes, they have five. They have five. Michael Bisping and
beat.
Chael Sonnen have fought. Chael Sonnen won in
Okay.
2012. This was
He.
uh UFC on Fox 2 in 2012. Main event was Evans versus Davis. I know any of those people know, but they were Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping were the co-main event.
You know what? I would definitely want to watch that actually, because Chael Sonnen and Joe Rogan, I think had a beef one point, and
It did.
and I think that would be a good thing to have.
I don't think Joe Rogan would win necessarily, but
No, I think Joe Rogan would win.
You think he would win
Yes,
against
bro.
Chael Sonnen?
He just get his friend. What's his name? His Brazilian jiu-jitsu friend. What's his name?
Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, just have him in his
Bro.
corner. And dude, he's also good friends with Farias, Khabib's coach. What's his name? Damn it.
He's coach.
No, not Khabib's coach. GSP's coach.
Of where does GSP train?
There. Farias
Uh,
Zahabi. Farias Zahabi is one of TriStar's gym's leader or head coach,
Oh, TriStar. Okay.
and GSP is, and no, Farias Zahabi is actually a really good friend of Joe Rogan because I've seen him on his podcast quite a bit, and they talk really in depthly about MMA training and everything like that, which I think he would be a great head coach for Joe Rogan to go against Chael Sonnen. And you know
Bro,
what?
no, I don't see that fight going exactly how you think. Chael Sonnen is like a veteran.
Yes, bro.
He's a
Hey man,
veteran,
I
bro.
believe in Joe Rogan. You know Joe Rogan.
I do too. He has like one of the heaviest what do you call it? What do you call that kick? Like a reverse roundhouse. It's like a
Oh, you mean his turning sidekick or something?
yeah, turning sidekick. It's like
Yeah,
a
I've
turning,
seen that, and it sounds like a gun. And GSP was like, "Yo, that should be illegal, Mike."
Yeah, I know, but like I know GSP even asked how he did it too, but there's experience in this game, bro. Chael Sonnen is experienced
Well,
in the cage. You know what I mean?
okay. Back to the actual topic.
Okay, yeah.
If this fight
Go ahead.
happens, who do I think will win? I think, depending on what it is, right? If it's in the boxing ring, Tyson Fury is definitely going to wash Francis Ngannou. One
Oh, for
being
sure.
Tyson Fury is 6'9", and his reach is, I think, 83 or 84, something really ridiculous.
Oh shit.
And Francis Ngannou is what, 6'4", 6'5"? And not only that, but I don't think Francis Ngannou has the gas tank to go against Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury just going to toy with this man, and he's just
In the
going
ring,
to
yes,
maul him in
absolutely.
like 9 rounds. It's not going to be like a nice mauling too. Everyone's going to be excited because like Francis is landing some punches in like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Tyson Fury is going to put the pause on this man. He's going to violate him on national TV. But actually, if you guys didn't know, there has been a boxer that went into the MMA ring, the actual MMA octagon. And one of the reasons why it's not really well known is because the boxer is a woman.
Oh.
But she's not just any woman. She's actually the undisputed boxing champion. She's the undisputed super middleweight champion. And she's also a 2-time gold medalist. She won back-to-back golds in London and Rio. And she's like 12-0 in her boxing career. Her name is Clarissa Shields. And she's a really good fighter. She's really good. And she's like, you know what? All these MMA fighters are going into boxing. Why don't a boxer go into MMA? And she did. She went into MMA in her first fight. She won. She won by knockout. But her second fight, though, she lost.
Oh, okay.
Because it was against a grappler. And you know what? Her grappling was actually pretty good. Again, it was not nowhere to the level of the opponent she was facing. But she did show that she knew how to grapple. She knew how to protect herself from getting submitted. But again, her opponent just took the top position way more, and the opponent won by decision.
Damn.
But again, that's a little trivia fact for y'all. If you guys don't know, Clarissa Shields, she is a boxer. And she's a 2-time gold medalist, and she's undisputed. And if y'all ever want to see her fight, go ahead. She's actually a really good fighter. And I think she was also trained by John Jones for her MMA career.
Damn.
But yeah, she has a fight coming up, I think. Yeah, I think she has one coming up. But we'll keep you guys updated on her. But if Tyson Fury does go into the octagon, it's not going to be pretty. He has really skinny legs. I'll just be honest. And Francis Ngannou is just going to tear those legs up.
Oh my god, I've never seen something break before, but I don't want to
No,
start.
no, I've seen something break. Did you not watch that fight against Chris Weidman?
Oh, you mean Conor McGregor, Chris Weidman, Anderson Silva?
Yeah, their
Yes.
shins, they're so painful to watch.
It's not like a it's not clean either. Like it kind of bends the wrong way and then it goes back in. And you're just
No,
like, "Oh."
Chris Weidman was worse because like it broke, and then he put weight on it, and it broke even more. And I was like, that was bad. But on to another Fury, Tommy Fury, on social media. Host has announced that he was denied entry to the United States due to his connection to Daniel Kinahan and Tyson Fury. Jake Paul replied saying that Tommy Fury is ducking him, ducking the fight, doesn't want to fight him, and that he'll do everything and anything to fight Tommy Fury. Jake Paul later released that Tommy Fury can fight in the United States if he goes to the U.S. Embassy and gets a visa. That seems simple enough, right? In addition, Jake Paul said that Tyson Fury has not placed a single penny into the escrow for their $1 million bet, which kind of is sus, you know? And the main question that we have right now is Tommy Fury really ducking Jake Paul? Do you think this fight will actually happen in the United States, or will it happen somewhere else? What do you think, Isaiah?
Is Tommy Fury ducking Jake Paul? Maybe. That's actually a fat maybe. Seeing as how Tyson Tyson Fury has not placed a single penny in escrow for their $1 million bet. So that actually is a maybe. I can't say yes or no because do I know Tommy Fury personally? You know, do I keep up with him on social media? No, absolutely not. What could be another option is just a lot of unfortunate things happening, and Jake is using that as a way to say that Tommy Fury is ducking. That could also be an option. And do I think the fight will happen in the U.S. or somewhere else? That depends on Jake, right? Because if Tommy Fury is having all this trouble getting into the U.S., and will Jake Paul, which by the way he has that option, you know, will he go out of his way to go into the UK to settle business? And if not, then it never happened.
Is Tommy Fury ducking Jake Paul? Hell yeah, bro. This is a major duck, man. I'm gonna be honest. If a man who doesn't box is clowning me on social media and saying that I'm ducking and I'm not saying anything about it, man, that looks really sus to me, man. That just looks so
Hey, man.
sus.
I'm just saying, maybe there's a lot of unfortunate things happening.
No. Jake Paul laid it out. He's like, just go to the U.S. Embassy, ... You're going to be able to come and fight. Oh, that's like really easy. Tommy Fury didn't say a single thing nor did anything.
Bro, he lets his fighting do the talking, okay?
No. This is getting him into the U.S., though.
He lets his hands do the talking, bro. No talking, no nothing, bro. We gotta just...
Oh, man.
I mean, okay, so I did see a recent video of Jake Paul calling out Tommy Fury about why he won't make it to the U.S. And you know what? It was like Mark said, it was really solid. Jake Paul put out a solid call out, if you will. I was gonna say game plan, but it's a solid call out. And it's all in Tommy Fury's court right now on what he's gonna do about that, and it's all in Jake Paul's decision on whether or not he wants to completely call off the fight because Tommy Fury doesn't want to make it in the U.S. Where according to Jake Paul, the pay-per-view buys and sponsorships are gonna be a lot heavier in the U.S. Than in the U.K. Or if he wants to settle business and do it in the UK regardless. That's up to Jake Paul. And I wouldn't say Jake Paul would be ducking Tommy Fury for not going to the UK because the terms were really simple.
Yeah.
Come to the US and like as in a business decision too, it would just make sense to just come to the US. It's not that hard. Well, according to Tommy Fury, it is. It is hard to get into the US. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah, Man, Tommy, this man is trying to pay you $2 million to fight someone who doesn't box
Oh
into
yeah,
the U.S.
dude. That's like it's what's that word? Like
That's
not a lot of money. Like when it's peanuts. That's like peanut money's come to the U.S. In comparison to what he's offering.
yes. Again,
Yeah.
just Tommy Fury. Just say something, do what Jake Paul says, and then beat this clown, man. Just do it. Once you beat him, everyone on social media and like Twitter will know who you are, and you're gonna gain more fans. You practically win a lot more, as well as you risk a lot more as well. But you get the admiration of boxing fans for shutting this guy up, and you get a lot of fans into it.
That is
So
true. I mean, there's nothing holding him back
unless you're
right, he might
afraid
be.
or
Unless he's afraid, yeah.
yeah, bro. Are
You're
you
right.
that afraid of a
Okay.
person who can punch? Just ask your older brother Tyson Fury. He faced Deontay Wilder, who is like one of the hardest punching boxers, and he was able to do it.
Oh yeah, 3 times.
I'm sure Tyson will tell you what to do. Just stick and move, man. All right. On to another big-bodied person. What is our reaction to the insane body transformation of Andy Ruiz Jr.? Do you think this will be good for Ruiz? Will this improve his fighting style, or will it do the opposite? Isaiah, since you're a body sculpting genius, what do you think?
Well, I'm no boxing sculpting genius, but I do appreciate big belly people in the who are able to move that fast because that's practically just OP. You know what I mean? Like if you have weight within that area, you're practically just wearing a body shield, but you're able to punch someone who doesn't have body shield, and you have all that mass going for you too, and you can make it 12 rounds. Bro, what are you on? Like, what kind of, where is that strength coming from? You know what I mean? You have like reserve upon reserve upon reserve upon reserve. But about the transformation, I've seen recent videos of him training, and he's lost a considerable not considerable amount of weight, but a noticeable amount of weight, and he still has some weight within the front area, which I think that's just more to genetics than anything. It's not like the skin can magically get smaller. That doesn't happen that way. It stays there, but the muscle underneath, that's the thing that gets more defined. And man, he looks great. Do I think that helps him? That depends. It depends on how much energy he has from losing that much weight and performing. Does that increase his? He has less mass, so his punches will have less mass when thrown. But perhaps maybe he can have faster volume now. He can become even more of a volume puncher than he already was. Because if you've ever seen Andy Ruiz punch, he can punch really fast, like 3-punch combos for
Really
his
hard,
size.
bro.
Yeah, really hard, really fast 3-punch combos for his size. And if he's lost that weight, maybe he can punch them even faster. Who knows? Um, will this improve his fighting style, or will it do the opposite? That again, that just has to be seen, kind of thing. Um, I would say less armor for more speed. Yeah, I take that. I take that trade. More higher volume for less protection. I take that. I take that trade. So
Um,
yeah, I would say it improve, in my opinion.
in my opinion, I mean it's really good to lose weight anyway, you know. It's for the overall long-term health effects is good for you.
Yeah.
Not in terms of like just looking good, but it's also good for you because if you're carrying that weight for the rest of your life, it's not good for your knees, and it's also not good for your heart. So I applaud Andy Ruiz for taking that health decision as well. But do you think this will be good for him? Well, we've seen slightly the effects of his weight loss considerably since Anthony Joshua's fight with him. He fought another person named Chris Arreola, where he lost a considerable amount of weight. According to him, he lost around like 20 or 40 pounds.
Yeah.
And there was a punch that Chris Arreola threw that dropped Andy Ruiz. It was just a straight right hand down the middle. Do I think that's a big thing? No. But then again, I look at Chris Arreola. He's not known to be a puncher. Do I think that weight loss had something to do with it? A little bit. Again, if you lose that amount of weight, you kind of lose as well as not only the weight, but you also lose that kind of armor around you. And getting dropped by a person like Areola, again, this is the heavyweight division, kind of puts a little question mark behind it. Now, Luis Ortiz, however, is a different person than Areola. He's older, but he still can punch. Even at his old age, he was still able to give Deontay Wilder some problems throughout their fights. And if Andy Ruiz can incorporate his weight loss into his to his style, where he can use more defense and use his speed and work on his footwork, then I would say this would benefit him more. But I don't know how he would react to getting hit after losing all that weight, all that armor practically is gone, right?
So plus speed minus defense.
Yeah, so I would say, me personally, I would rather have him had that weight, but not to the weight loss that we're seeing, losing almost 20 pounds. I'd been fine with him losing 10 pounds, 15, 5 pounds, but being able to work more on his foot movement to cut off the ring and pressure his opponents to the corners where he can throw off his fast hands would be better for Ruiz rather than losing all this weight, because there's going to be fighters that he'll face who will hit him and hit him and hit him, and I don't know how he's going to react to those hard punches without his armor.
Unless he can throw a 3-punch combo and time it.
Yeah, but
fast
he's a pretty short heavyweight,
Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm talking about right after they punch. If he can take and take, like take the damage and then give. Sorry, not take and give. So, like, say you're hit with like a jab or a 1-2, and if you manage to can time like another follow-up 1-2 right after that, or is somewhere in between, with the extra speed, it could prove beneficial. But yeah, you're right. There's less mass to go through though.
Yeah.
So the defense is on a deficit on that point.
Well, he can improve his defense by working on his foot movement, head movement, those
True.
things could help. But he's always known his type of style of fighting. So, me personally, I would say it's the opposite. It's gonna affect him negatively in a fight. I'd rather have him have his body armor. Just plod forward, man. You're always going. You're fast with that weight. You just have to improve that speed, and push forward. Get them to the corners. Time it rather than lose these weight. And you'll never know. You get hit with a good punch and you're done. So
True. It is the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
so
so
anything can happen. Yeah,
I
it only takes us one.
I would rather have him have that weight as his body armor.
Okay, I
So,
can see that point.
on to another topic. It's a huge drama alert. During their press conference, Canelo said to the press that he is going to send Triple G into retirement. When asked why, Canelo said he is taking this fight really personally because Triple G talks a lot of shit. Is Canelo too emotional over this fight? Or is he serious about hurting Triple G?
Um, in my opinion, no, I don't think he's too emotional. I don't think he gets too emotional over a lot of things. Maybe trying to hype up the fight. Do I think that Canelo has the ability to send Triple G into retirement? That's a fat yes and a maybe. A yes to a maybe scenario, because Canelo. We've talked about this at a previous episode before, but father time is not something that you can run away from, and it's just depending on when you meet him. So Triple G is meeting father time a lot sooner than Canelo is because Triple G is older, and even though he looked really good against his last fight, you could tell that if that opponent was Canelo, something that we've never seen before might happen. Like as in Triple G getting knocked out for once in his life. You know what I mean? Like a granite chin is it's not something that you want to be known for at that age. Especially when it starting to show signs of slowness. The most recent fight we've seen Triple G throw these combos, and like it's very slow. It's not as snappy as it once was. I'm not saying Triple G is a has been, because he is. He can beat the shit out of me any day of the week. Um, but what I'm saying is against someone like Canelo, who is arguably still within a sort of prime state, and he punches stupid hard, and he has improved. He has just kept improving with every fight that he's been through. The only person that he's lost to as of recently was Bivol, and that's mainly because he was looking for a challenge. He was moving up, not because he lost and then he's looking for another fight and then he lost. He's only lost twice in his professional career, one against Mayweather and one against Bivol, both of which are learning points for him. Now Triple G, that's a little bit different considering his age. I don't think Canelo is the Canelo Triple G. Is it gonna be a trilogy now?
Yeah.
This is the third one.
Yeah, this is the third one.
I don't think it's gonna be as close as we think it's gonna be.
I think Canelo's just trying to sell this fight, man.
Exactly. That's he's just trying to sell it out.
I think he's just trying to sell it because I believe everyone knows in their hearts of heart, in their minds, that Canelo is going to violate Triple G in that ring.
Yeah.
Triple G is like nearing his 40s. Canelo is in his mid 20s. My God, when I saw that, I was like, "Jeez." And yeah, man, Triple G.
Oh, I don't know. Correction. He's in his early 30s.
Oh, he's still in his early 30s. Jeez.
Yeah. So he's in the prime right now.
Oh, he's in his
In
prime
the
prime.
Yeah, Canelo's in his prime.
Bro, okay, so not only that, but Dimitri Bivol, who's like significantly bigger and taller than him, said that Canelo really punched and hurt his arms. Just imagine, Triple G really isn't known for his defense. If he gets punched by Canelo, man, that's gonna hurt a different type of pain.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's definitely gonna hurt Triple G. So I'm gonna do a real good shout out here. Triple G, please, I beg you, make up an injury. Say you got COVID or something. Don't fight this man. I don't want to see you hurt. That's the thing.
All right. On that note, what would be your round and type of
Oh Jesus!
finish prediction for that fight for Canelo versus Triple G? What round and
Dude.
what finish type?
I would be so surprised if it goes past 8.
Okay.
So any round before 8, and I'm gonna tell you this: he's gonna hit him with a left hook to the body, and then he's gonna catch him right up top. Because I've noticed in the last few fights Triple G's been fighting, he's been getting hurt a lot to the body. He actually shows that he gets hurt to the body.
Damn.
And it's definitely going to be a body shot. The body shot's definitely going to be the one. But I really hope he doesn't sustain too much damage to his head. I'd rather have him get the damage to his body than his head. So I'm going to say left hook to the body. It's going to be a liver shot and it's going to be done.
I'm gonna
I
say
hope it's painless.
I'm gonna do something ironic. I'll say left hook to the chin.
Ooh.
Left hook to the chin. From Canelo's left hook to Triple G's chin. Round 7.
Round 7.
Round
Ooh.
7. Round 7, right like in the mid where you're like kind of tired, but you still have enough energy. But for Triple G, I would feel like that's gonna be a lot more taxing on him.
Yeah.
So I would say around round 7, left hook to the chin, lights out. That's what I can see.
I would be very happy if Triple G makes it to the end.
Oh, me too, man. I would be happy if he wins. You know what I mean? That'd be like, whoa.
No,
You know,
if
prove
he
me
knocks Canelo out,
Oh, yo.
if he does that, bro, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to pop a bottle of champagne. I'll be like, let's get it.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, if you're able to prove us wrong, Triple G,
This will
what
be
we
the
want.
good one.
That's what I want you to do. Prove us wrong. Show us something cool. But if we're talking about realistically, your chances of beating Canelo are now reduced.
Yeah, it's
because
very
of-
small because your age, and we've seen you in previous fights. You get hurt to the body, man. So we know you can get hurt, and Canelo will hurt you. So you're not as fast as you used to be. So it is okay, man. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean he is one of the ones. You know, he's one of something that you can't replicate.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not saying he's gonna retire now, but I would say that it's just we'll see. But we already know our predictions. Mark's got you for round 8 or before. I got you for round 7. He's got you for a body shot. I got you for a headshot. So
I really hope we're both wrong.
I hope that it's a 12-round unanimous decision. That is best case scenario, I think. 12-round.
Bro, Triple G, if you knock him
unanimous
out in round 1, that's it. I'll be so
eat
happy.
my shoe, bro.
You'll
I'll do
eat
a shoey. I'll do a shoey for you. I'll drink out of a shoe.
Hey,
Right on
man.
podcast. I'll drink out of a shoe.
But
Not even
okay,
joking.
on to that. In terms of predictions, in a DAZN interview, lightweight contender Ryan Garcia stated he is backing Triple G. He believes that Triple G will beat Canelo. Do you think Ryan Garcia is right, or do you think Ryan Garcia is angry at Canelo for calling him lazy and only caring about social media followers during their fallout earlier of last year? Because Canelo did
No.
reply. Canelo did reply to Ryan Garcia in terms of this comment, and Canelo said, "We should only listen to him when he achieves something." Along those lines, because Ryan Garcia hasn't won a single belt. He hasn't achieved anything. He's not fought anyone notable.
Oof.
So Canelo's practically just hinting that he's hating on him.
Well, okay. So, you know, I've actually seen Ryan Garcia in a lot more things. And it's not a stab at Ryan. I've seen a lot more things outside of boxing. That's just the truth. I've seen him in things a lot more outside. One of them being a YouTuber clash. Recently, I believe it was March. I believe. Look this up. So if for those of you who don't know of, and a reminder for those who did, YouTuber clash. Oh, the creator clash. Oh, it was a month ago. So that was June. Okay. So in early June of 2022, there was a YouTuber creator clash. I had to make sure that I had my information right. This was hosted by YouTuber iDubbbz TV. He's a famous YouTuber who's done things like he reacts to like these weird toys that he gets in the mail. He also does videos on YouTuber drama and things like that. But he put together a YouTuber boxing event because the boxing events that we've had as of recently, which have included people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul, KSI, and other like YouTubers, they don't really necessarily do it right. They mainly just do it for clout, and it's very apparent. So he decided to do it the right way and have a certain amount of YouTubers uh, go into real boxing gyms, train for about 6 months, and fight each other. And it was like one of the best. It was one of the like the best YouTuber events, boxing events you could have asked for. It's like people that you know going against people that you know. You know what I mean? And one of the people for the main event, which is Dr. Mike, who is also a YouTuber, who fought against iDubbbz. So iDubbbz was the main event, and the trainer for Dr. Mike was Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia predicted that Dr. Mike would win, and you know he was right. Ryan Garcia also made predictions on I believe it was Jake Paul versus Ben Askren, and he said that Jake Paul would win, and he was right. So I'm not saying that Ryan Garcia doesn't know what he's talking about, based on the drama that he has with Canelo, but you know, if that gives backing to what we were saying earlier about that Triple G has a chance, you know, a small one, and if Ryan Garcia is saying that there's a chance, you know, I'll take it. I will take that fully.
Bro, I want to counter that really hard right now. That is so wrong. You went on that long tangent, and I'm here like fuming, bro.
Hey,
One,
bro.
all the ones he predicted were YouTubers.
Hey, bro. Have
Ben
you actually seen the
Askren
event?
came out of hip surgery. Of course, everyone's gonna get that right, man.
Hey, bro. You didn't know.
No. Dude, Canelo's definitely no. Ryan Garcia is definitely hating on Canelo. One, I'll be honest. Ryan Garcia spends too much time on social media rather than actually training and fighting actual fighters. He has called out every single person, and every single time, one person, I know you know who this is. He tried calling out Lomachenko, right?
Oh.
He said he would knock Lomachenko out with a left hook. Guess what Lomachenko says? He's like, I'm tired of talking to you on Twitter. If you want to fight me, here's my promoter. Let's get this fight done. Nothing. Not a single thing ever happened. So literally, Ryan Garcia is what we call a class A hater. Bro, this man does not train, bro. Canelo said it. He's like he just comes in for 15 minutes. He hits the bag and takes a video of himself sweating, and then he leaves.
Oh,
That's
hey man,
Canelo.
I'm
Canelo.
I'm just trying to give some hope for Triple G. Okay, we want Triple G to prove us wrong. This is the one way to do it.
I love Triple
Okay.
G, but both of us, we love Triple G, and we want Triple G to win. But both of us, right here, right now, gave our honest opinion and our knowledge of boxing and said that Triple G's gonna lose. It is what it is. It's not us hating. We just know he's gonna lose because Canelo is just so much better, man. He got so much better, and his powers have increased astronomically, man.
I know. I'm just trying to give some hope here. Okay, that's all I was trying to do.
But
But yeah, no. But for real though, I would say that Ryan Garcia is probably not right.
no,
No,
no. Not only that, Ryan
not
Garcia,
really.
you need to shut up and actually train. And Devin Haney is undisputed in your division. If you want Devin Haney, fight Devin Haney to be undisputed champion rather than fighting Fortuna or Tank Davis. Honestly, dog. Stop trying to fight these what is it, C-level fighters and fight Devin Haney, fight Lomachenko, fight Teofimo, fight George Kambosos. Fight them. Don't call them out. Call them boring when you really don't fight, man. Stop it. Stop it.
But hey man, Ryan Garcia is gonna call us out on our podcast, and he's gonna box you, bro.
Bro, he's gonna box me. I'll be like, you know what? Ryan Garcia is gonna win this fight. Bro, if he wants to fight me but not fight Devin Haney and fight Teofimo Lopez or fight any of them, it proves my point that he really isn't a dedicated fighter. He's more of an Instagram model.
Oh, you're gonna be saying that like this.
I don't care, bro. I'll be like, fight for the cause, my guy. Not
No,
only
I got
that,
what you're
but
saying though. I got you. You're right.
there's
You're
one
right.
problem I've seen a lot with Ryan Garcia's fight. He gets hit with the 1-2 a lot, so I'm just saying I got a sick 1-2, man. No, but honestly, I'm not hating on you, Ryan. It's just this is straight criticism. Stop hating on other people and focus in on your own game and actually deliver on what you say. Because you keep calling them out and you keep saying all these crazy things. Calling Devin Haney a boring fighter. Calling Lomachenko too small. Calling Teofimo a clown. But you're not doing anything about it. That to me is kind of weak.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So, on to some bigger news, man. So
Oh,
supposedly,
even the outro segue is gotta be a roast. Jesus Christ, but Ryan, give us some. Oh, you know what? Give us some clout too. That'd be nice.
I'm just trying to get
Yeah,
us
Mr.
clout by calling out Ryan.
Just give us some clout. M&ISP calls out Ryan Garcia, who wins.
Bro, I feel like he would win.
I'd probably say that too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
Go
unless
ahead.
not unless we go into like the MMA ring and I can like take him down by like wrestling him down there because I wrestle.
yeah?
So yeah.
I've done some jiu-jitsu in my life. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, dude, just tell me how to tell me how to do a freaking guillotine and we're good.
All right, Ryan, we'll hit you up. Just kidding.
No, don't do that. No, but so supposedly Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford is in the works to be signed for this year. Nothing has been announced yet, right? Nothing has been announced, but a lot of people in like the inside circles of boxing are saying, it's getting close. Like they're not saying anything. It's probably going to happen. So, do you think this fight will happen this year? And who do you think will win?
I would say Terrence Crawford is more prepared than Errol Spence because I think What I mean by prepared, I mean like in recovery sense, because I think Errol Spence just fought not too long ago, right?
Yeah, we saw his fight. It was
Yeah.
against
Oh, it was Ugas,
yeah, it was
right?
against Ugas.
Oh, that fight, bro. That's
Ah,
rigged
this
as
guy.
shit. Oh, rigged as shit, bro. I don't know what the hell Ugas's plan was there, but um, I mean, it was working for like the first like half of the fight. It was working, and then all of a sudden he just stopped doing it. But whatever. We won't talk about that. Uh, will I think that fight will happen this year though? I would say maybe early next year. That's a little bit more. That's a little bit more realistic.
Hmm.
That's more realistic because if there's nothing, there's no nothing in concrete. I would say early next year. That's safer. That's a safer bet. Um, who do I favor to win this fight? Oh, Terrence Crawford. Yes, I would say Terrence Crawford for sure. No doubt, Terrence Crawford. I would say maybe flash knockout. Flash
Flash
knockout
knockout.
round. Flash knockout round. Oh, when does he? When would he still have power for that? Round. Round four.
Round four.
Round three no, maybe even early. Round two or three. Two or three, yeah. Because I think round 4 or 5 is a little bit too much. Round 4 or 5 would be they would know each other's styles already, and Errol Spence would have, if he didn't get knocked out by then, he would have had like a handle
Hmm.
on his moveset. So I would say round 2 or 3, flash knockout Terrence Crawford. That
So,
would be my prediction.
man, I predict this fight will either happen in November or December later this year.
Okay.
That gives them enough time for a training camp too.
Mm,
But I do agree that it might happen either February or March next year. That seems better.
yeah.
Um, Either way, I'd be happy if this fight was made. So I'm gonna lean towards February or March next year to have this fight
Mm.
made and done. Um, who do I think will win this fight, man? I'll just be honest. Errol Spence Jr. has fought more champions and more top contenders than Terrence Crawford. And we've seen similar opponents that they've faced. One of the similar opponents they faced was Sean Porter. However, the Sean Porter that Terrence Crawford fought has been out of the ring almost a year and a half since he fought Errol Spence. So again, there was a significant amount of time between then. And Errol Spence has fought Sean Porter. He fought Danny Garcia. He fought Kell Brook when Kell Brook was still younger. And he took the championship belt from Kell Brook at that time. And he fought Ugas. Well, in the same breath, right? Ugas fought Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman, which Manny Pacquiao still had a lot of fight in him to beat a champion at that level at his age. So again, maybe Ugas' game plan wasn't working. He didn't throw punches or anything like that.
Bro, what game plan? Bro, what was
Well,
the game plan?
either way, Errol Spence has fought more top level fighters than Terrence Crawford has fought. With that in mind, I would lean heavily more towards Errol Spence in this fight than Terrence Crawford. And I think Errol Spence will work that body and he will get him out there in round 8. Because I've noticed Terrence Crawford starts slow. He doesn't start fast. He is a very calculated fighter, which is a good thing, but also could be a bad thing because fighters like Vasily Lomachenko and Usyk are very slow starters. They give up round 1 to 3 to read their opponents, while Errol Spence's style isn't like TC's. Terrence Crawford's, because Spence likes to start off fast and he keeps that pace. And it's not just like straight power punches. He likes to mix it up. He hits the head with jabs and then he goes with hooks and uppercuts into the body. And that over time will deter TC, and it's gonna definitely affect him. And by round 8, Errol Spence gonna land that left hand down the center and knock TC out. So that's how I see it, because again, Spence is actually way bigger than Crawford, and actually is also a clean boxer, man. He definitely has more pressure and he goes for the body far more than Crawford does. Crawford is very slick, but starts slow. He's a slow starter. And that's how I see that fight going, and I really hope to see that fight soon, though.
I would, I would still probably
You still go with
stick
TC?
with. Oh yeah, because he has a really good intercepting techniques, and he switches. I'm not sure if Errol Spence likes to switch a lot of the time. I'm pretty sure he can. I'm pretty sure a lot of top boxers nowadays have that in their toolkit to be able to switch stances and work from that switch stance. Wait, have we seen Loma switch?
Very rare, very rarely.
Very
though.
rarely, right? He's usually southpaw.
Yeah, he only switches when he has to chase the opponent backwards.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
Okay,
like,
that makes sense.
so same thing with TC. He likes to start off one stance. If he's not getting the punches he wants from that stance, he will switch. And that's a very unique way of fighting, because very few people switch midway through the fight of their stance.
Yeah.
And he does that. But it's kind of tricky because again, Spence isn't that predictable in terms of his punch placements. It's just when those punches will land. He mixes it up. He goes in, he punches, or he steps out and he punches. And either way, he's also really good defensively. Very rarely does he get hit in the face. Is one thing I've noticed, because I've always watched Spence's fights, and his face is always pretty clean after them.
But he hasn't fought TC though.
He hasn't fought
I'm
TC,
just
and
saying.
TC hasn't fought Spence, so it's going to be an interesting fight, because again, both of them have styles and uniqueness to their game that would make this very interesting.
He like TC, as in my opinion, has like this. I don't know. It's like a perfectly timed power punch type play,
Yeah.
and it's nuts to watch, especially seeing as how he can switch comfortably. Very interesting to watch.
Yeah. Well,
I would stick with TC.
either way, people are going to win this. People who watch this fight are going to win, because we get to watch it.
Absolutely.
Now, another one. A very interesting comeback is coming on. It is confirmed that the Lomachenko killer, Teofimo Lopez Jr., will return to the ring. According to ESPN Ringside, via Mike Coppinger, Teofimo Lopez will face Pedro Campa on August 13th, 2022, in Las Vegas, Nevada. Lopez will debut at 140 after his loss to Kambosos. So, the question to you, Isaiah, is: do you think he'll win this? Do you think Teofimo will become undisputed champion at 140? And here's a fantasy question for you: do you think Teofimo and Lomachenko should fight at 140 or at a catch weight?
How does because my question about that one is like, how did the belts work in that scenario? Because if he lost the belts to Kambosos,
no. So every weight division
weird?
has their own belts.
Oh, I so he's moving up then.
Yeah,
That's
he's
what you're
going
saying.
up.
Ah, it's okay.
So there is an undisputed champion at 140. His name is Josh Taylor, and he has all the belts at 140. So the question is, do you think he'll be an undisputed champion? Do you think he'll win this fight? And should Lomachenko go and chase after him at 140 at a catch weight?
Hmm. It depends if what Loma wants to do to get his belts back, because he would have to go. Oh, he would have to go against David Haney, right?
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Was that his first name? Did I
Yeah,
just say his
Devin.
name wrong?
Yeah, Devin.
Devin. I said David. David. Devin Haney.
Yeah.
I think maybe in the future. But sorry, to go into, what's that word? In order, I would say Pedro, from watching Pedro Campa before this podcast, he's like the type of fighter that you would see get into a brawl. It's like the type of fight that would go into a brawl if it went against Teofimo Lopez. Because obviously it was the same story with Cambosos, right? Cambosos and Teofimo, when they went together, it was like a dog fight. It was nuts. It was a very, very, very exciting fight to watch. So if you haven't seen that fight before, for those who don't know, go ahead and watch Teofimo Lopez versus the ferocious Cambosos. That was an amazing fight. Mainly because Teofimo got knocked on his ass. But
as you
I'm
can
not trying to
tell,
be-
Isaiah does not like Teofimo.
hey man, I'm just saying.
It's okay. We have our
I'm just
biases,
saying.
man.
I'm biased, but bias aside, it was a very exciting fight, and they threw hands.
Yeah.
Like from the first punch on, they tried to knock each other out, and just stylistically, it was very nice to watch. Pedro, I was gonna say Pedro Pascal, wrong person. Pedro Campa is like that. He looks like a perfectly placed power shot type person. Likes to focus on power jabs, stabbing jabs, stabbing hooks, or like the hooks that thud. That makes sense. Just basic power punches, and I think in that scenario, I'd probably still give it to Teofimo. Seeing as how I haven't heard that name, Pedro Campa, in a long time. Unless has he fought recently? Do you know?
Man, I have not.
Because I've like his highlights are from like 2021 in January, and his record, it looks pretty decent. Not saying that it's a thing, but it does tell a little bit. He has a record of 34-1. So that's, he's not like some nobody. I just don't know a lot about him. He is the same height as Lomachenko though, so you would have to put that into perspective as well. Smaller fighter. What was Cambosos' height? Was it also 5'7"? Okay, so it's a little bit taller, but I don't know. There's nothing in Pedro Campa's fighting style that I haven't seen before, or something that wouldn't result in a brawl. It looks like it's gonna be like a very balls to the wall type fight. It could go either way at that point, seeing as how Cambosos was able to knock him down. But I'd probably still give it to Teofimo. Fast hands, amazing speed, good power. That's all it is.
Man, Here's the thing. I think Teofimo wins this fight. This is a fight that was specifically chosen for Teofimo.
Is it a tune-up?
Yeah, it's a tune-up.
Is it a tune-up? Oh, it is.
This is
Okay.
this is definitely a tune-up fight, and this is a fight that I know Teofimo will win. it would be very surprising if he loses. And if he loses, oh man, I don't know.
He's got something up in the head. Then
Yeah, I think it's
that has to
something
fix.
mentally. Yeah, because I'm looking at the boxing record of Pedro Campa. Um, he has fought a lot of Mexican fighters,
Hmm.
and most of them I have never heard of.
Oh, okay.
There was one fight he fought. I think this was his. Man, this one was in. Man, oh man, these fights. But yeah, he definitely has power because most of them are knockouts. He's lost once to Carlos Jimenez, TKO. But again, I feel like this is a tune-up fight for Teofimo, and he'll win this. He should win
Yeah.
this.
Do I think he'll be undisputed at 140? That would be dependent on.
No, I
Lomachenko.
don't think he's gonna be.
I don't think he's gonna be undisputed.
I don't think he
That,
is.
that depends if Loma moves up. That's where is he going to go?
No, so
Yeah.
no. Teofimo would have to fight the undisputed champion at 140, and that's Josh Taylor. And Josh
I
Taylor
see.
is he is no slouch. He is really good. He's a very tricky southpaw. Let me pull up his record and everything. Yeah, so Josh Taylor is the undisputed champion at 140. He has 19 wins and 13 knockouts.
Damn.
He is 5'10". He's pretty tall. He's very lengthy. He's long. Very tricky. He's always on his feet, and he definitely uses a strong jab against his opponents. And he's beaten all the champions at 140. Practically beat them, like resoundly beat them. He beat
Damn.
them either a unanimous decision, a KO, technical knockouts. So he's a very good fighter, and I think Teofimo would have to go through a lot of other top contenders before I can confidently say he'll become undisputed champion. But as of right now, to jump into that at this new weight, I don't think he will. I think that would be very dangerous for him to do that because that would really affect his mental psyche if he loses, especially if he loses by a knockout. So I don't think he'll do that. But I think he will have to really grind and fight all the top contenders before he becomes undisputed. However, a fantasy fight I would really like to see Teofimo against Lomachenko 2.
Wouldn't we all? Yeah.
One of the reasons why is I've never seen Lomachenko get a rematch from an opponent that he's lost to. He's only lost to 2 people. One coming from Castillo, and then the other one coming from Lopez. And Castillo retired, I think, or avoided fighting Lomachenko afterwards.
Oh damn.
which Lomachenko didn't take so nicely because afterwards he went on a tear. He beat everyone up. He made Rigondeaux stay in this stool. He made him quit. Like, bro, Lomachenko. When Lomachenko is angry, he's angry. He will tear you up. And I would love to see Teofimo and Lomachenko fight. I wouldn't want to see them fight at 140. Lomachenko is not a really big person, and I feel like if he fights at 140, he would lose some speed as well because he'd have to be heavier. And if you have too much muscles, that takes a lot of energy as well as air. So you tire out. And I'd rather see them fight at a catch weight. And for those people who don't know what a catch weight is, it's between It's between. It's a weight class. It's a weight that's agreed upon by both parties, between two different weight classes. So, if Teofimo's fighting at 140 and Lomachenko's at 135, and they agree to fight at, 137, and that's a catch weight. And I would love to see that at the catch weight, because Teofimo would have to go down and Lomachenko would have to go up. So it would be even in a way.
In a way, but I would say that would put it in Teofimo's advantage a little bit because he's coming down in weight. So,
Yeah, but I'd still favor Lomachenko in that arena.
Oh, obviously, yeah. But I would say it's the reason why I say it depends on Lomachenko is because it depends on what he wants to.
Yeah, so does he
do,
want
does he want the belts or does he want the person? You know what I mean?
So I feel like
he would have
Dude,
to. Sorry,
man.
he would have to go. He would have to go through
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney first, which is he's not. Dude, Devin Haney is nuts.
He's so clean, man.
He's clean and he's not someone. I mean, no one's easy at this
No
level. At this level, so I would say he was probably gonna go through Devin Haney first, and then go on a revenge quest on that, because I don't think a revenge quest would be, fruit. It would be, what's that word?
Fruitless.
Fruit. No, not fruitless. The opposite, where it would bear fruit, or I don't know what the word is, but basically it would make a lot more sense to go for the belt first, get your belts back, and then go for the revenge quest. It's sort of like a side quest kind of thing. Or if they meet up at 140, if he plans to move up, then that would also be a thing.
You know what, Lomachenko, for your comeback fight, I want you to fight Ryan Garcia.
Oh, yo,
Lomachenko, comeback fight Ryan Garcia, then fight Devin Haney.
that's the title of this podcast, right? We straight roast Ryan Garcia the whole time. He's not even in like the conversation. We're just whenever we can bring him up. Hey, Terrence Crawford. You'll be really good. You'll be a really good
bro. Jake Paul, instead of fighting Tommy Fury, fight Ryan Garcia.
Bro, he'd die. That guy would die.
Oh, Ryan Garcia?
Oh,
yeah, dude. Fucking
no, he don't. Jake Paul would die.
No, dude. Jake Paul is significantly bigger than Ryan Garcia. Jake Paul is fighting at cruiserweight.
So the what do you call it?
No, the size actually matters, because like
that size matters to an extent. We already saw Logan Paul versus
Floyd.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Ryan Garcia ain't no Floyd, my guy.
Yeah,
dude.
but he's an experienced boxer who can make
Bruh,
traps.
no.
Play with range.
I feel like Jake Paul's gonna time it right, land that punch, and bro, Ryan Garcia's gonna be out, and that's the end of his career, and we're gonna be done with it. And then we don't have to hear him call Devin Haney boring, or hear him talk about how Canelo sucks and stuff. I'm like, all right, stop.
Hey man, please don't do us. Please don't kill us, bro.
All right. So some very sad news, man. According to The Ring, Mikey Garcia, the former 4-weight division champion, has announced he is retired after suffering 2 losses, one coming from Errol Spence Jr. and the one coming from Sandro Martin. The former champ posted on Instagram stating that he is a retired world champion, and which he later confirmed that he is retired. So what do you think about this announcement? Like, were there any fights that you wish you saw Mikey Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, Mikey Garcia, fight before retiring?
Man, I mean, it's sad to me because, you know, you have like all these fights and that you want to see, and actually Mikey Garcia versus Lomachenko is something that I didn't want to see. I did want to see that. Like
Why not?
Why not? You know, I mean, because they were in the same weight class
Uh-huh.
at a certain time, but it sucks that Mikey Garcia had to retire, um, or retired, and I'm not sure what his mental state was like. Cause I don't know. Whenever Mikey Garcia said he was gonna fight someone, he always seemed like unenthusiastic about it. Um, and I'm not sure if that's a confidence issue
Well,
or what it may be. But if you've ever seen like interviews about like how he'd fare about on this fight and whatnot, it's the fire that you usually see in someone. It wasn't there for Mikey. From
well, here's the
I've seen.
thing. Michael Garcia never wanted to fight. He never wanted to be a
Oh,
boxer. He got put into it because his family
holy
were.
shit! What do you mean? He's like world champ, and he just says nah, bro.
That's
That's a
that's the thing.
flex,
That's the
man.
thing.
That's
Like
a flex.
that's how amazing Mikey Garcia is because even though he didn't want to become a boxer, he achieved everything as a boxer.
I
And
know.
just imagine if he was more into it and more dedicated, more willing to go through the sacrifice.
Hmm.
Now, that'd be different.
I mean, yeah. It just sad. It's sad to see how it ended that way. You know. I mean, the people that he fought against, that he lost against, were extremely high level. I'm not
Oh,
saying
dude,
that
yeah.
he didn't have a chance or anything, but it's sad to see when someone's fire is put out and they decide to call it quits. Um, it's in the kind of a similar vein to Pacquiao,
Hmm.
but Pacquiao is more age. That was a more logical explanation for a retiring than, oh, I just don't want to fight anymore, because I think he's still like he's still 34, man. You know, like that's still pretty young. You have like maybe like about like what, 6 more years if you wanted to.
Well,
Uh
realistically, you'd have 4 more years.
oh, at
In,
38.
yeah, 38 to fight because it's very rare do you see like high level boxers go up to 40 and still be at high level.
Yeah.
By the time you're 40, you're usually the one getting beat up. And Pacquiao is one of
But
those anomalies where he's still like top level beating world champions.
it was the mindset, yeah.
Yeah, but
So I
I
mean,
don't think like we said, Mikey Garcia doesn't have that same mindset like Pacquiao
yeah.
does.
No, I don't think he
So
does. It's kind of sad to me
again,
because yeah.
he is a world champion and everything, but it is sad to see that see that
Yeah.
go.
That's what my take on it is. I'm just sad because it's I don't like seeing people's fire being put out like that. So
No, but I definitely appreciate his style of fighting.
yeah.
It would have been very me personally, I would have wanted him to fight Lomachenko.
Hmm.
One of the reasons is both are very aggressive styles, and I think it would have been very action packed
Mm.
coming from two people. One being a very well determined person in Lomachenko, and the other one being half motivated Mikey Garcia, right?
Half motivated.
If Mikey Garcia was able to do it, I was like, geez. Imagine if you were fully motivated, man. You know? But yeah, there's so many different fights. Like there were fights that he was supposed to fight Pacquiao, but it never got made and stuff like that. Um,
Hmm.
but honestly, some people, there are a lot of sacrifices people make when boxing. They have to go through they have to go through training camp. They have to go through all the punches that they get from sparring. They have to go through weight loss and trying to make weight and all these other things and all the different psychological things going into it.
Hmm.
And no, I don't fault Mikey Garcia for wanting to retire. I'm just glad he is choosing a path that he wants rather than
Hmm.
staying into boxing and trying to collect a check when you're getting beat up. You know?
That's true. I mean, if you don't want it anymore, then you don't want it. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying that that his decision was bad by any means. It's his decision, and I fully respect it. But because I mean, I'll call it things that he accomplished, obviously. But it's just sad to see that the fire had to go out at some point. So
Well, at some
yeah,
point, at all fighters, their fire goes. Their that fire goes out.
no, Lomachenko doesn't do that, bro. That's different.
No, 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 no.
He's built different, bro.
There's gonna be a point, There's gonna be something there.
Hmm.
Everyone has it. Even all the great boxers that love boxing, and they have that moment where they're like, I don't think I want to do this for the rest of my life anymore. Or, they're at the top of the game and they're like, you know what, we're done.
Mm. I mean, Khabib it's not boxing, but Khabib was able to do it just
Yeah.
right. I believe. That's like the perfect scenario that you could have asked for, or
Yeah.
Mayweather for that matter. Like anyone who's come out on top and hasn't let their ego drag them into something that they necessarily didn't need to.
Yeah.
So that yeah, so I can see that.
So from one incredible boxer to another, Naoya Inoue has stated that he wants to become undisputed champion and he wants to fight the other champion, Paul Butler. Inoue said, my aim this year is to win the 4th belt. My gym is still in negotiations over the Butler fight, and things are moving in the right direction, although I do not think the details have been worked out. Do you think this fight will happen, and who do you think will win this fight?
What's his name?
His
Paul
name-
Butler.
Yeah, Paul Butler.
Wow, I've actually never heard of that before. Don't be rude, you.
Wow. Isaiah, that is not a good thing, man.
I'm so sorry.
Bro, come
I'm
on.
like, Paul Butler? Question mark?
Yeah,
I'm not. No, to no detriment. I've just um. Tell me about him. I don't quite know his story.
So Paul Butler, he is a professional boxer, and his name is the Baby-Faced Assassin,
Mm.
and he has like 34 wins and 2 losses. He fights at the flyweight division, no, the bantamweight division, which is where Inoue is at, and man, he has the IBF title. Which is the last one that Inoue needs. And
Have all the Infinity Stones.
yeah,
Pretty much.
because I think Inoue has, let me just double check here. He has the WBA, the Ring Magazine, yeah, he had, let me just double check really quickly because he has so many belts.
Oh, Inoue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inoue has
Inoue. Yeah.
has so many belts, and I just want to make sure I'm getting all of them right. So he has the WBA, he has the WBC, and he has the IBF belts for this division, and he wants the last one, which is being held by Paul Butler.
Hmm.
And
Well, I'm watching Paul Butler right now. I just want to get like I wanted to get like a read on the style of fighting that he has, and dude, this is a really good matchup for Inoue
yeah,
because the way that do you know how tall he is? How tall is Paul Butler?
Paul Butler's 5'6".
How tall is Inoue?
I
5'6"?
think he's also 5'6". No, 5'5".
Oh, 5'5". So slightly taller, but I'm watching the way that he fights. Oh man, this is a banger of a fight. I'm just I can like envision it already. He's very tight. He plays to his strength. As usually like the smaller fighter. He has a very good disciplined guard when he throws a punch. Like when he throws like a close range hook or a jab, his other hand is plastered, like stuck to his face. So it's guarded all times. And he moves efficiently, no wasted movement. only when he has to. Very interesting fight, and of course the confidence on his face is nuts. Kind of looks like a smaller Eminem. Kind of looks like a smaller Eminem, but just the way that he fights, it's almost like what's his name? Muhammad Ali used to talk about him a lot. I'm not sure if he fought exactly like that, but it kind of reminds me of it. I was gonna say Rocky Balboa. What the fuck?
It's not a real person, bro.
Not a real person. What's his name? He's a brawler. He's like a brawler. He's like
You mean Rocky Marciano?
Yeah, Marciano. Kind of like that. Where like the he doesn't he throws shots that matter.
Mm-hmm.
If you've ever seen like Rocky Marciano fights, like I think Muhammad Ali talks about him. He's not necessarily like a defensive by any means, which is like the complete opposite of what Paul Butler looks like, because he has like a really nice he keeps his face plastered, his hands plastered to his face when he's punching, which is really smart. And something I definitely want to add. Now I'm gonna watch this guy more often. But reminds me of Rocky Marciano. The way that he punches, he relies on hooks, quick jabs, quick straights. Nothing to get him, just things that matter.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, he fucks. That dude fucks. Rocky Marciano. Have you ever seen have you ever seen him fight? He doesn't care about getting hit. He's gonna hit you. And you better be ready for it, kind of thing.
Well, man,
Very interesting fight.
I hope this fight happens because Inoue is just a monster, and both these guys are monsters in their own right.
Yeah.
But I feel more confident in choosing Inoue.
Yeah, I was about to say they fight very similarly. That's the thing. But Inoue has got like this weird power. You know what I mean?
It's like ridiculous
It's
power, man.
ridiculous.
I don't even know how he generates all that power.
For that size.
Yeah. It's like, man, he just whack and you're done. You're slept, bro. And he sets it up. It's not like he just throws it. No, he sets it up. He hits you in the body, which drops your hand to protect, and then he comes overhand. And I was like, jeez. Oh man.
It's like the weirdest punches too. Like he'll throw a jab and then you'll come in, and then he'll throw like the shortest left or right, and then you're out.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even look like it hurt. It just looks like, and then like, he's gone.
He literally has bats in his hands, man. He's like he's hitting you with a baseball bat in your head. Jeez.
I know. I mean, but that's just in that regard. I would give it to the Inoue.
Yeah, me too, man.
If I was to see that, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Paul Butler edges out because of his defensive positions. He seems to have it pretty much muscle memory to have his other hand plastered to his face when he punches, which is very good to have. It might save a lot of people from getting like that weird one tap from Inoue. So Inoue. So I would still give it to Inoue though.
Yeah, I think man, this would be a good fight primarily because both of them are punchers and they throw. And it's not going to be a boring fight either. So I definitely want to see this fight happen this year. And it's probably going to either be in Japan or the UK, which is going to be a good thing. In the UK, a lot of people will support Butler. And in Japan, a lot of people are going to support Inoue. So, good fight. Good fight for them. Which is going to our next division, another smaller weight class division, and that is our reaction to the impressive win of Jesse Bam Rodriguez versus Rungvisai. Who do you want to see Rodriguez fight next? And do you think that Rodriguez has what it takes to become a great boxer at such a young age.
Did we watch that together?
No.
I
You
don't
were with
think
your
we did.
girlfriend, bro.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I don't remember watching that with you.
No.
So, Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah, so his trainer is Robert Garcia, who is the trainer of Mikey Garcia, and who is
Mm, mm,
currently
mm,
training Anthony Joshua. And
mm.
he has a very strange, I'm not going to say strange style, but it's very unique. Um, the way that his coach teaches, but man, trains him as well. But
Mm-hmm.
this fight was really, really good. I mean, Rung Vasai is not a pushover either. I think Lomachenko fought him a while back.
Oh,
Yeah, Sursket Sor Rung Vasai, which is,
that's Thai.
yeah, he's Thai.
Huh.
But again, it was a really beautiful fight. Like Rodriguez was so efficient with his punch placement. He did apply a lot of pressure into Rung Vasai, which
Mm-hmm.
put him against the ropes. And my gosh, he generated some power and knocked him out. And this Jesse Rodriguez, he's only 5'4". He's 5'4",
Damn.
6'7", and he fights southpaw. He has like 19 wins and 0 losses, I believe. And it was very impressive to see how he beat Rongvasai in round 8.
Damn. Like
And
I'm watching the highlight right now,
yeah,
and it's how. Oh yeah, these fighters aren't very tall, huh?
no,
Oh damn.
most of them are around 5'6", 5'5", 5'4".
Damn. Huh. Cause I'm watching it right now, and we're going what, like round 8.
Mhm.
Ooh, like it was like the nuttiest flurry of like fives and six. I mean, sorry, six and threes. So like, um, just hooks, just very close range hooks.
Yep.
Nice timed body jab, good slips. Wow. Oh, very good like 1-2 combos too. They'll throw like a really sneaky lead hand and then just come over like a tenth of a second later with the right hand too.
Mhm.
Woo! And he's like 5'4".
Yeah, man.
Like 5'4". Damn. Damn. Okay. I sorry. I didn't really know much about these fighters. And how old are they? Did you say?
Oh, this guy's only 22.
Oh, he's younger than me.
I know. He's so young,
Damn.
bro, and he's so clean with it too. And
Damn. Well, what does it take to start at an early age? Well, I mean, I've people in my gym are almost all of them are like younger than me, but
mhm.
um, what does it take to become a great boxer? Such as you just gotta start young.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it's gotta be. You gotta start young, and then your family has to be in it. Like they'd have to be consistent about
Mhm.
putting you in it, and you have to have the fire to keep yourself going. That you actually want it.
Yeah.
That you're there because you want to, and then you'll get there. So I mean, there's people like that in my gym. Like they're like 18, 19, and I can see them absolutely changing the game, um, if they take it the right way and they keep going with it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of gyms like that too. There's just a lot of boxing has evolved, or like the style of boxing is evolving to where younger people are learning how to fight in more of a universal sense. So they're learning how to switch stances. They're learning how to deal with different distances of fighting: long distance, sticking and moving and jabbing; middle distance, working on more slipping
Slips.
and some more your slippings and straights. Coming in close range, you got hooks more, stuff like that. So it'll happen. You just gotta add some consistency.
Well, man, I think for Rodriguez to become a great boxer, he has to be able to take the best in his division out, which he already started, right? He took out Rung Visai, who is not an easy opponent.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he should fight Chocolatito.
What's his name?
Chocolatito is a freaking monster. Roman
Latino?
Gonzalez Chocolatito. That guy is an animal.
Oh, Roman Gonzalez. Nicaraguan.
Yeah, he's from
I don't know that
Nicaragua.
one.
And for the longest period of
Damn.
time, I remember he was considered the pound for pound, and he is still very good at his old age.
Holy shit, he's 41.
Yeah.
He's only
And
lost 3 times.
and they were very
Oh,
close losses. It's not like he got knocked out or anything.
he's 5'3".
Yep.
Oh, damn. Mini flyweight, light flyweight, flyweight, and super flyweight. I didn't even know
Yep.
those existed.
That
Holy
means you're
shit.
below 100 something pounds.
Oh my god. Roman. Roman Alberto Gonzalez Luna.
Yes.
Nicknames Chocolatito. Chocolatito. Jesus.
Yes. This guy is a monster. And
Orthodox. 3 losses. 41 by knockout at 5'3".
hmm
Damn, what am I doing wrong? You know what I mean? Like, holy crap.
again, sometimes when people say size matters, sometimes it doesn't, man. You just gotta be able to properly land it and set it up.
You just gotta use it right, I guess.
Yeah, Roman Gonzalez has a really good boxing mind. He has great
Damn.
boxing IQ, and I think this would be great for this would be a great fight for Rodriguez. Um, again,
Damn.
it's a good fight, man.
Okay.
But
I didn't really know much about the flyweight division, but
yeah,
I'm learning.
there's a lot of different fighters in different divisions. A lot of people don't want to watch the flyweight division. Primarily, they're
Hmm.
small guys. They would rather see big guys like Tyson Fury knock out Deontay Wilder. Big men.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of action in the flyweight in the lower divisions because they have the stamina. They don't have so much muscle that they have to worry about getting tired out, and it's very constant action, constant pressure.
Hmm.
It's really nice. That's why, like, the nice, like, happy medium is like the welterweight and the lightweight division, where you get to see the action and the endurance of fighters. But
Hmm.
yeah, for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, great win against Rong Vinsai, and I personally hope you fight Chocolatito next. It's a great test for you. Or if you want, you could also fight his opponent, Estrada. Estrada is another person Chocolatito is fighting.
Hmm.
And Juan Francisco Estrada is also another good fighter for you to fight. He's
Got a
five
lot of
four.
options.
Yeah, he's 5'4". He's around your height. He has 3 losses, but he has around 45 fights already.
Damn.
So, especially at this lower weight classes, trying to fight the best in your division is the best thing. But Rodriguez is in that path right now because he's taking the best challenges. Trying to win a belt and trying to become undisputed is a good thing.
Hmm. He's doing it right. Ryan
Yeah.
Garcia.
Bringing him in.
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, man.
Just
Ryan
kidding. I'm
Garcia, you
joking.
haven't done anything, bruh.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Nah,
Okay.
I'm not
No, no.
joking.
I'm not even there yet. Let me get to that level first,
Yeah,
and
then
then we
Ryan
can talk, right?
Garcia, Isaiah's gonna tap that ass.
Oh, I'm like, I'm sure we're in the same weight class, bro. What
You
is he?
guys,
140? 145?
135. No,
He's
130.
135?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, you
Can.
can. You walk around 140, 145. So you definitely
Can.
heavy.
Yeah, that could work. Just give me some time to train. Let me get good real quick, and then like actually beat opponents that matter.
Nah,
But
nah.
we'll get there.
Yo, Isaiah, just train with Canelo.
I
Ryan's
would,
gonna,
if I had the opportunity. I'll tat that on me. I'll tat that on me that I train there.
yeah, be like, hey, what's up, man? Bro, just, uh, but outside of boxing, Isaiah and I went and watched a very MMA fight, man.
Bro,
So this is gonna be our reaction to the fight. So let's start off first. Let's go with the actually more relevant and more interesting fight, and that was Volkanovski versus Max Holloway 3. Man, what's your reaction to that fight?
oh man, just to add the salt to the wound, man. If you guys don't know, I live in Hawaii, and like Max Holloway is from the same island I am. He's from Waianae, just a lot more as west as you can go of the island.
The West side.
The west is the west side, man, and he's one of my favorite UFC fighters to watch. Not only because he's Hawaiian and he's from my home, but he has a really good attitude. He's fought the best of the best at some point, or at least wanted to. Um, and it just really brought me down when he lost like that to Volkanovski yesterday. I think I know what it was. It was once there was a point, I believe it was round two, where Volkanovski threw a really nice elbow, and it slashed like right through this like right through not just skin, it slashed through flesh. I'm not even maybe even reached bone at some point, but it made a really big gash on Max Holloway, and so that took out one eye practically because the blood's rushing to it, and can't really see through that. You gotta wipe it. We gotta wipe it a lot of the time. Probably burns maybe, and then you have the other eye, which was closing too, because Volkanovski most likely realized that one eye is out, take out the other eye, um, and so he had like just problems seeing in general, and so what would you see like his game plan? Kind of solid. I'm not sure what it was specifically, but he had a close stance to defend leg kicks, and then he had his hands relatively more far out to Volkanovski rather than his face. Maybe to if I had to guess, maybe it was to defend, not defend, but to reach the punches faster. Because Volkanovski, even though he's the shorter fighter, he's only about 5'6" in comparison to Max Holloway's 5'11". I think he's 5'11", 5'10", 5'11". And since Volkanovski has a longer reach advantage than Max. I didn't even know that, but so he maybe that's why his hands were so far out just to reach it closer. But Volkanovski was just had these amazing far-reaching jabs, like a really nice far-reaching jabs, crosses, far-reaching hooks, looping not looping hooks exactly, but they went around the guard. And what do you call I believe from what I've seen in the fight, he probably practiced for Max Holloway's tendency to to move his head a certain way. So like he'll slip down and to the right or to the right a little bit down, and Volkanovski just somehow read that, and then he just timed like a really nice left hook, and it landed perfectly on his head, and it hit multiple times, which means that he practiced that move. Probably it was a tendency that Max did, but Volkanovski just it was a beautiful, well practiced fight. He had a good game plan. Max just game plan whatever it may be. It didn't work and he couldn't see. And I'm just glad he didn't go down at all, which is nice. You know, he tried taking Volkanovski to the floor. It didn't work, but it's just really sad. There was no fireworks that day. Let's put it that way. Literally, there was no fireworks.
Man, Volkanovski had amazing slips, had amazing defense. He was just faster.
Oh yeah,
And
he got out of the way too. Yeah, he just
yeah,
got out of the way.
he got away with a lot of things, and not only that, but when Max did close the distance, he would pummel him and pin him against the fence. And again, like Volkanovski had a really solid game plan. Me personally, I didn't understand what Holloway's game plan was. In the two prior fights that he fought around, and the second fight, he had a better game plan, which was overwhelm Volkanovski with his constant pressure and constant attack, which did get Volkanovski put down multiple times in that second fight. And I thought that was going to be the similar game plan or maybe a tweak on that. But no, man, Max Holloway didn't throw his hands that much. I don't know why. And not only that, but I thought Max Holloway was able to switch stances. And I don't know why he allowed Volkanovski to constantly hit that eye that was gashed open over and over again, to where it was pouring all over the octagon and all over his face. I was like, geez, Max, switch, man. I mean, yeah, it's cut, but it wasn't closing up, and he could still see, or at least take him down to the ground or something. Because
Yeah, I think he tried at one point.
like
It just didn't work.
the thing is, I'm like, bro, you're getting hit and you're not throwing back. Like you need, like your best weapon and most of your wins and most of your incredible fights was your hands, man. You let them go.
I think he just couldn't see. I don't know. Like the energy,
hey,
like,
man.
you noticed it too. His energy was low.
Yeah, not only that, but hey,
know.
I don't credit him for not seeing, because when he fought Dustin Poirier, his face was so much more messed. It was also pretty messed up, and he still threw punches. So I think I do credit it to his low energy level. I don't know what's going on. There might be mental something. There's something behind him or mental block. I don't know what it is.
Maybe. It could have been a mental block.
But he is requesting for a fourth match. Is what I saw. I which is what I saw on Twitter. Yeah, let me you know what? Let me pull it up on my phone. It was on Twitter from his account. It wasn't just some like random fake Max Holloway account. No. So this is from Max Holloway's official account. Max blessed Holloway. This is what he said. I'm still up 2-0 on knockdowns for Trilogy. Probably gonna need a fourth to settle this. Laughing emoji. Just playing. Congrats, my brother.
Oh. Okay, just play. Okay, I was about to say.
Congrats. Go get that 55 pound strap. You earned that shot. You're in the number 1 pound for pound king.
Damn.
So.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. You know, even though he was joking, Max is still spot number 1. He just happened to lose to the champion. So
yeah.
If Max Holloway can defend that spot, Of course, they're gonna have to fight again.
But the thing
Um,
is, I don't think Volkanovski would want to fight. I think he would either want to move up or possibly fight Jermaine Sterling.
I mean, well, I don't know. That's
In
if
all honesty,
yeah,
the choice of this fight is not on Max, it's on Volkanovski. Whatever
yeah.
Volkanovski wants, he can have it. He deserves it, man. After that masterclass I saw last night and what he's done ever since, kind of puts him in that field where he can do whatever he wants.
Um, at least Max Holloway's humble about it, though. I
Yeah.
respect that.
When I
He's
saw
humble
that
about it.
tweet, I was like, bro, you kind of crazy for asking for a for a fourth fight. I was like, he's like, just
Hey, man,
playing, man, just joking, bro.
man, we bang down here, man. Okay.
It's like when Ryan Garcia is like, yo, Lomachenko ducked me, bro. Quit lying.
Oh hell no! It ain't nothing like that. Hell no! Holloway does that shit. He
Bro,
owns that. He does
the
it.
the thing is,
Um,
Max Holloway is a legend, man. All
exactly.
the different battles he's been with, the freaking brawls he has.
Exactly. You can't do that. You can't. You can't compare the two.
Yeah, you can't compare the two, man.
Oh shit! But anyway, the other fight was the Adesanya versus Cannonier one, right? That was
Oh my god.
Okay, we can probably move on to that one.
God damn. I think the
Okay.
only exciting thing about this fight was there's a possibility that the Drake curse could be broken. And that was it.
Yes, that was it, dude. I'm telling you, that's the only way we could have broken the Drake. Okay, for anybody who doesn't know about the Drake curse, every fight except like not including like football, right? Drake has like bet against fighters and has lost every single time. He bet on Conor McGregor, lost. He bet on
Man, he bet on
um
Anthony Joshua.
he bet on
Lost.
Anthony. Yeah, he bet
God.
Anthony Joshua, lost. Who else did he fuck over? Uh, he bet on. Oh, he bet on. It was. He bet on Justin Gaethje versus Charles Oliveira. He bet on Justin Gaethje. Justin lost. Okay, the Drake curse is real. You cannot tell me otherwise that the Drake curse is not real. The Drake curse is very, very real. And I'm just glad that Adesanya found a way, although it was boring.
God.
He found a way to break the Drake curse. That's all I'm saying. He broke the curse. He won, fair and square. Broke the Drake curse. It was boring. Yes, absolutely. He did it. He wasn't as active as someone who was fighting for the belt. We were talking about this earlier. So, um, my take on it, and Mark can give his, but my take on it is that Adesanya, as the champion, did not have to make that fight interesting, seeing as how he's already has the belt. He just has to defend it. If the opportunity arose for it, then sure, but Cannonier is no slouch. He punches stupid hard, and I got scared round like I got scared round 5. I got scared round number 5.
Oh,
Adesanya
dude,
got
that was
cracked.
like the last minute too.
Yeah, it was like it was so close. The Drake curse, I felt the aura, right? It was trying to like give its thing here. Like
I was
Cannonier, yeah, Cannonier threw something, and then like I just saw Adesanya like buckle ever so much. I was like, bruh, you gotta stop. So Cannonier is no slouch, and if that was the game plan that needed to be made by Adesanya to win, then yeah. And it was up to I would say it was up to Cannonier to make that fight interesting to go in, but it never happened. It's kind of boring.
Man, here's my thing, man. If you ever look at all the different champions who hold the UFC undisputed belts, from like John Jones to Francis Ngannou to GSP, Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo, Jermaine Sterling, all these people, they make it exciting. They make it a fight.
Oh wait, why are we adding Connor in there? He's never defended a belt.
But he's always he contended for belts. He's fought
Yeah, but he
another
never-
champion, and he also
He never defended one.
he never defended one.
He never defended one.
Never mind. Take Connor out.
Guys, yeah, well, okay, well, yeah, because I mean, anyone can prove me wrong there. I don't think he's ever defended one.
I'm not well too versed in that. I just
I
know
don't
Connor
think
is
he
a
has.
champ, but I just put him in there.
Is the people he's fought for the belt now are Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight, and then he fought Jose Aldo for featherweight. Both of those people, he was going up for the belt. After that, Nate Diaz, there was no belt involved. That was just the up in weight. Uh, who else? Khabib was for the belt, right? Was
Yeah.
that still for the belt, right? So no, he didn't defend that. I was gonna say Cowboy Bebop, bro. Donald Cerrone was more of a tune-up fight per se.
All right, here it is.
Did not defend a belt. He never defended a belt. Not that I can remember. He never defended one.
Wait a second. Did he fight? So when he beat Aldo, right?
Yeah, that was for the belt.
That was for the belt.
That was for the belt.
How about Chad Mendez?
There was no belt involved.
It says there's a belt involved.
Oh, wait. But okay. But that was still for a belt. He never defended a belt.
This was for the featherweight belt. And then Aldo was for the what?
I think was it for interim?
Aldo was also for the featherweight belt. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't like have a belt and then have someone who didn't have a belt come for his belt.
But no, he did. Diaz. No, Diaz was for the welterweight.
No, that was for welterweight. I had to think about that. I was like,
He got submitted in that one
Yeah, and then he won the second time.
by decision.
Yeah.
Then he fought Alvarez. And then he
Yeah,
took
that
that
was
break.
for the belt.
And then he got beat by Khabib. All right.
Yeah, and then so there.
Yeah, he did not defend a belt.
Yeah, you didn't defend a belt.
But
I was right. Okay.
besides
Anyway.
that point, other champs from John Jones to GSP to Khabib, even if they were the champs, they still engage with the fight.
Yeah.
Especially John Jones. My gosh, this man took risks when he didn't need to take a risk.
That's true.
Yeah, like when he fights people, I don't know why he does this. I think he's just crazy, and that makes him so much more interesting to a lot of people like Joe Rogan and other people. He has all the advantage. He has the height, the reach, the skill, but yet he fights his opponents in what they're actually good at. He grapples with them. He goes in the inside. Like DC, Daniel Cormier is known to be a wrestler. Guess what John Jones did? He takes him down.
Bro.
And
That's a flex.
And that's
a
John
flex.
Jones. All right, and John Jones isn't Israel Adesanya, but as the champ and as the main event, you're expected to be exciting. Right? You are the main event of the evening. Right? This is what people expect you to do. Right? And granted, he doesn't have to do it. He has to win. And it's just, I'm like, bro, Dana White, this man shouldn't be the main event. What should have been the main event was Volkanovski versus Holloway.
They were the
That's-
co-main event.
No, that should have been the main event. The co-main should have been Adesanya and Cannonier.
Yeah.
Because
I could see that.
honestly, it was such a big letdown. There was videos on Twitter and all over YouTube. People leaving the leaving the arena before the fourth round was done. Right. So
Yeah.
again, but hats off to Adesanya for winning it. Cannonier, you were close. You're closer than Robert Whittaker. You're closer than most people. But I think the game plan against Adesanya has been to take him down, but his takedown defense has gotten better, like significantly better. And I think the next move for him should be to move up to light heavyweight. I mean, he tried doing that, but he got beat by Jan Blachowicz.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I don't think he wants to do that again, but that's the only move because I don't see anyone besides the unranked Alex Pereira beating him.
Dude, I mean, you know what? If he stays there, I would like to see that fight.
Well, the thing is,
Honestly, stay there.
Alex
Stays there.
Pereira did knock him out in their kickboxing days.
Yeah,
It
that's what I'm
was a
saying. Like that would be a
clean-
very interesting.
And guess what? They've already exchanged words on Twitter. And hey, man, I think that's a good fight because everyone else is pretty boring right now.
Yeah, let's. I want to see them throw it back.
Yeah, but
Because
if not, go up to light heavyweight, bro.
he would have to have a plan for Jan again if they ever go.
Well, no,
against.
I don't think Jan's the champ right now.
Who's the champ at light heavyweight?
Let me pull it up. Here's the athlete rankings for. Okay, let me pull it up. Yeah, so there's the bantamweight. Here's the light heavyweight. No, that's lightweight. Light heavyweight is a guy from the Czech Republic, Jiri Pro.
Oh, it's Jerry? Oh, it's him?
Yeah,
Oh, the dude with the samurai
samurai
thing on his head.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, real. Okay.
I knew
Okay.
someone new came up. So yeah, it's Jerry or Jirai. I don't know how you pronounce it. If you know, please let me know. I would like to know how to pronounce this man's name. But yeah, he is currently the top dog at that heavyweight at that division. It's crazy, crazy.
Damn. That guy's nuts though. I like that guy.
Yeah. So hey, man, Adesanya, either go up to light heavyweight or fight Alex Pereira.
I would say. Would that take long for Alex to move up?
Alex to move
Maybe,
up the
yeah.
division?
Yeah.
Ah, Actually, no. He fought Sean Strickland, who's rated number 4, and
Oh,
Alex
okay.
Pereira is not even ranked. So he just needs to fight 3 more fights, and bam, he's gonna be ranked up there.
Okay. That'd be very interesting to watch. If it doesn't take too long. If it takes too long, just go up.
Nah, but man, it's gonna be interesting either way. If I'm looking at the rankings right now, another name I'd like to see him fight. I don't think he's fought this guy. I don't think he's fought Darren Till.
Really? Darren Till? Oh, well, I mean, Darren Till...
Darren Till lost to Bronson.
Yeah, well, he hasn't fought in a while. I think he's preparing for one, though. He's training
Yeah.
under, with Cosmat.
Yeah.
Come shot.
Fucking... that guy's crazy, though. Yeah, Chimaev is so crazy. That guy's an animal.
Love that guy. Bruda.
Yeah, but that's our reaction to UFC 276. If
Hey,
you
give us,
agree with
give us
us,
your thoughts
let
on
us know. If you don't, fuck, man, I don't care.
Yeah, we didn't care either, so... we cared about the co-main event more.
Yeah,
than-
but yeah, John Jones had definitely something to say about this, which was y'all really put a guy in like the main event who wears nail polish. something like
Ooh.
something like actually, you know what? Let me pull it up to be more accurate. Because I definitely had it up. Here is what he said. Oh, that's what he said about that. He's like, bro, I can't stop thinking about this shit. How are you going to threaten a guy like Alex with glossy fingernails and frozen references? I'm over here scratching my head. That's what John
Hey,
Jones
man.
said.
I mean, like maybe they shouldn't give the belt to a person who's used PEDs. Let's go there, John.
You know,
Seize
if
that.
Joe Rogan was here, he would say, bro, but there was like a microgram or a nanogram.
There is still there, bro. I don't care. You cheated. I'm just done. John
But
Jones kicked my
to
ass.
two people who are not cheaters, Khabib and DC were inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame, man. Finally.
Hey, good shit.
Man, that was really fast for Khabib though.
I mean, he did. He just ran through everybody. So,
Yeah.
like everybody, he's ran through everybody that was somebody at that point.
And that's the
Um,
most important thing is don't let people downplay your victories just because they weren't to the level of this generation.
mm,
Uh, all that matters is you beat the people at your generation.
exactly.
That's all that matters, man. If you clean out your division and you go undefeated in a sport that has so many different areas where they can knock you out, from knees to chokes to submissions to body slams to hooks to straights to leg kicks to head kicks, to go undefeated, that's a remarkable feat.
Yeah, and to do it without changing your style.
No.
That's even harder to do.
Yeah, and that's
Look at
crazy that
that.
people didn't catch on to that. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
people
mean,
tried. Like Dustin was so close to submitting this man,
we failed.
but he failed.
Yeah.
But
Connor had like the right idea, but he just
failed.
didn't have the gas. He didn't have the gas tank to keep up. Yeah,
No.
failed. Um, he was
Justin
close. He was close
Justin was
though.
pretty good with kicking them legs, giving them calf kicks, but again,
Failed.
failed.
Um,
Rafael Desanya.
Ayaquinto was close.
Yeah, yeah.
That went the distance. That actually went the distance. Well, I mean not close. He got mauled all rounds, but he didn't. It wasn't like a submission or anything.
No, but I
He
think
just got mauled.
in my this is not confirmed, but this is me personally. I think Khabib took pity on this guy. You know,
Oh, Ayaquinto?
more so
Probably. He was like,
because Iaquinta was like a really last minute replacement.
yeah,
And
it
I
was.
feel like what Khabib was doing was more so like sparring. Um, that's no disrespect to Iaquinta, man. That's kind of crazy that you went all 5 rounds with Khabib.
I know. You
But
can't say that like about a lot of people.
yeah,
So
is there? Yeah, you're right.
yeah, you can't
The
say that about a
more,
lot of people.
yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, yeah.
Dustin finished. Connor finished. Justin finished. I believe Edson Barbona. No,
Yeah,
Edson Barbosa got
yeah, he
finished
goes.
too. Did he go all 5 rounds? I can't remember. Whatever. But either way, like there's a
That's
lot of top
still
people who couldn't say that.
yeah. Not only that, but Iaquinta is again last minute replacement. Either Khabib was taking it easy on him, or Khabib was just figuring him out the whole fight on the
Hmm.
fly, which is still impressive.
With one style that hasn't been beaten to this date.
Well, there's one person who's incorporating that style, and that's Islam. And we'll see.
But he hasn't been has he been taken out yet?
Yeah, he has once.
Oh, was it knockout?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
knockout.
Okay. That's different. No one is I'm talking about someone who's been in the ropes of that.
Yeah. So,
That's a little different.
but not only that, but Khabib has his younger brother Umar also fighting.
Mm. Oh
So
nice.
again, the it's a wonderful thing. And not only that, but DC has been champ too.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been champ, and he's beaten the top guys except for John Jones.
That's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. But he's beaten a lot of people, and for his size to be undersized, to always be at the physical disadvantage that he is, to be able to win is still a remarkable feat for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Him and Khabib are the same height.
But DC is the daddest man on the planet. I
Bro,
believe he got
yeah.
that title.
Don't,
They're good friends too, which is nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love hearing their story about how Khabib came into their gym not knowing a single thing, not knowing a single lick of English, and now he's speaking fluently in like his
Yeah.
UFC Hall of Fame speech. Remarkable person, Khabib and DC. So
Good shit, guys. Glad you guys made it.
we have a few other topics outside of boxing and MMA. This one's pretty interesting. I just want to know your take on this, Isaiah. Do you think testing positive for having a PED, no matter the amount, should label you a drug cheat for your entire career?
Ooh. Okay, so let's give some ease on it because we were talking about this like not too long ago with John Jones, right?
Yeah, John
But-
Jones, Canelo. There are so many other people.
Oh yeah, meat, yeah. The,
Taco meat.
and then there's TJ Dillashaw.
Oh, dude, that guy.
Diabetes. You know what? I mean, well, I'm not sure about Connor because that was kind of a weird one. I'm not sure if they use like steroids to help with the recovery rate of his leg, but
Well, he didn't test positive, man.
oh, okay then.
I'm saying testing positive for a fight.
Yeah, so I would say if you tested positive for a fight, and that test is able to be replicated like the day after, or like like not like a time span that where it wouldn't be considered too long, like maybe a day after, or like 3 tests in a row, you know what I'm saying? And it still shows positive for having a PED, then I don't think, even if there was a rule saying that you won't be labeled a drug cheat, of course you'll be labeled a drug cheat for the rest of your life. You'll have that looming over your head forever. There's nothing you can do about that. Even like to this day, John Jones gets brought up with USADA. TJ Dillashaw's gonna have that for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? And they've TJ Dillashaw has admitted to it too, which cements it, and there's nothing you can do about that. It's not whether you should be labeled; it's you will. There's nothing you can do about it.
Man, you know what? If you have to take performance enhancing drug in a fight, that makes your skills and your power and your stamina significantly better than your opponent.
Yeah.
And even if there's something called microdosing, which is they take small amounts, like small trace amounts while you train, and it like disappears. And then you take small trace amounts again, and you train and it disappears. And then there's other people who do cycling, which is they go for 6 months on it, and then the next 6 months when they're supposed to fight, it's gone. Right?
That's fucked up.
So either way, it's so messed up.
Just eat a vegetable.
Bro, eat some
bro.
chicken. Don't eat beef like
Chicken,
Canelo.
Yeah.
But honestly, man, yeah, I really hate it when people take these drugs just to get an advantage on their opponents. And not only that, but these drugs are really detrimental to their health. Lowers their testosterone. One person who is well known for cheating is Vitor Belfort. That man is on something. And look what happened. He fought Michael Bisping, who Michael Bisping knew he was on something, and he lost his eyesight.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well, one eye.
yeah, but still, like, he'll never see from that eye ever again.
Yeah.
In addition to that, but like, just taking those drugs, a lot of people are like, oh, this and that, it doesn't really make you a better fighter. Yeah, but it gives you that advantage, that
Exactly.
slight little advantage, whether it's your reflexes, whether it's your power, whether it's your stamina. Just small little advantage, you can win the fight. And
it's like saying that like someone who had a perfect 8 hours of sleep versus someone who had to work all night and they have to fight the exact same time. Of course, you're gonna have an advantage.
yes,
You know
you
what I
had the
mean?
full night's rest of sleep, and your body can recuperate faster than a person who doesn't
Yeah,
have that.
I don't care if like you fought for many more years than that guy did. If your skill sets are relatively the same, like you know what you're doing, and like one of you has a PED, the person with the PED is gonna have
That small
body
advantage,
reflexes that
yeah.
you don't have. Exactly. So you're cheating.
Yeah, and you should be
You're
labeled as a
Yeah.
cheat for the rest of your career.
And even if you don't say you are, you will be. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. There's nothing you can do about it. You will be labeled one,
Oh,
ruled or not.
yeah, man. Another one is Brock Lesnar versus Mark Hunt. I remember that fight. Brock Lesnar was definitely on some human growth hormones. How can your head be that big when
Maybe just that big. You don't know.
I think he was on something? Because it's kind of
Wasn't he?
well,
Wasn't
huh?
he a
WWE wrestler.
WWE? Yeah, yeah. Wasn't
It's
he?
kind of well known that most of them are on something.
Yeah, most of WWE fighters are on something. That is true.
So again, if you are using PEDs just to win a fight, man, there's something wrong with you.
Shame on you, man.
Yeah, not only that, but you could actually kill someone.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Or it just looks bad on you. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah,
Like I like saying that I did that fair. I did it clean.
yeah. Here's the thing, man. I am so angry about this person. Like, I'm literally fuming when I think about this person. But Anthony Joshua wasn't supposed to fight Andy Ruiz in his America debut. He was supposed to fight Gerald Big Baby Miller. Gerald Miller tested positive, not for one, but for 3 different PEDs.
Bruh.
It sucks that
Bruh.
Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, but it would have been absolutely horrifying to see what would happen if he fought Miller. Because Miller, if you don't know who he is an undefeated fighter. He's 300 pounds. He's 300 pounds. He's significantly heavier than Andy Ruiz. And the thing is, I've always watched his fights, and he never gets tired. And that's because of the PEDs he was taking.
Oh my god.
He was taking so many PEDs that he's never tired. He's always throwing punches, and he's throwing punches from a 300 plus pound man.
Hey bro, it's just big boned. Okay. That's different. That's different, man.
Man, there are a lot of people who take banned substances and PEDs. Absolutely ridiculous. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. Just eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. You'll be fine.
Dude, you gain so much weight eating chicken, broccoli, and rice. It's nuts.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
good
If I
for you.
can have, like, if you don't like broccoli, spinach, asparagus, there's so many other vegetables out there that taste really good. If you don't
Exactly.
like chicken, have some steak. Dog, you don't need PEDs. It's bad.
It's okay. We get it. You have a small PP. I understand. I understand, bro.
But our last topic of the night is, what is our top 5 fights to rewatch for people who
Ooh.
who've never watched boxing, who never watch MMA? What's our top 5 fights that we'd recommend them to watch?
Ooh, okay. In terms of, oh, I'm kind of biased because I have favorite fighters, right? So
Yeah,
it's,
you're gonna pick them.
yeah, I, like I'm gonna say,
I already
ooh,
know Lomachenko's
more,
gonna be in one
more,
of them.
well, more, yeah, yeah, but more on MMA than boxing, to be honest. If I probably would mix them together.
Yeah.
So number one would be, um, I would say Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo because that's just iconic. Um,
Oh,
it doesn't last
absolutely.
very long. It doesn't last very long, but just the build up to that and then that
It's
that
like
is
when you
one.
lose your virginity, man. You don't last that long, but you remember it.
Or that's how I got into fighting, bro. I just watched that fight. I'm like, oh, I got this. And then on a similar, I think most like I have a couple for Conor McGregor is that one, and his fight against that's a German dude. Um, versus German. It's versus Dennis Siver or Seaver. Conor McGregor versus Dennis Seaver. That was the most complete, I guess I saw Conor. Like he took him to the ground. He did some really nice leg work to get into a full mount,
Mhm.
and then just like pummeled him until he died. Not literally, but in the fight, that dude just um,
Yeah.
the ref stopped it. It was a beautiful fight to watch for a showmanship of his skills. And then third one would be Max Holloway versus Qatar.
Uh-huh.
Where Max Holloway was like he's the best boxer in UFC, and uh he just like dodged a whole bunch of flurry punches while looking away, and then just threw another shot just cause. I would definitely rewatch that one.
Hmm.
That's number three, and then the other two are definitely just boxing fights. Uh, one of them being Lomachenko versus um what's his name? Um
Akatani, or
no, not as older.
you mean the
Uh
Axeman?
it was a white dude with white trunks, white and gold trunks.
Oh, what's his name? Shoot.
What's his name?
I see his face.
Shit. I'm just put white trunks.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like a white dude with white and gold trunks.
Damn it. This.
Oh fuck. I'm like spacing out here. Oh, here. Jason Sosa. That's his name.
There we go.
Vasily Lomachenko versus Jason Sosa. He was wearing I was gonna say Connor. Lomachenko was wearing like the Matrix colors. Dude danced around him. It was nuts. It was like I think that was my first introduction into Lomachenko. Was that fight? Um, that would be number four, and then number five would be it's a fight that hasn't happened yet.
This guy.
It would be Lomachenko versus Teofimo number dos. Okay, it would be a rewatchable fight over and over again. That'd be my last one.
Just watch when Lomachenko loses that rematch, he'll be like, "Never mind, man. I don't want to ever want to see
Hey, bro,
that."
that's not gonna happen.
I know,
He's got
but hey,
he's got
man.
two arms. He's got two arms this time. But yeah, that's my
Ooh.
top five. That's my
Oh,
top
man.
five.
You have a lot of MMA. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
I have like two.
You have
like
three.
three MMA. Yeah,
Yeah, because you have two Connor fights,
one Max
and then
Holloway,
one Max Holloway, and then Lomachenko, and then
another
supposedly
Lomachenko,
super.
opposite Lomachenko. That would come up, and I
All
would
right.
rewatch that over and over and over.
So my list is gonna predominantly be a lot of boxing. I'll be
That's
honest.
fair.
I've been a boxing fan for a long time. I've watched boxing quite a bit. I remember my old man would put up a lot of boxing fights. He put on a lot of Manny Pacquiao fights, as well as a lot of Vladimir Klitschko fights throughout when I was younger. And man, and then he also had a lot of reruns. He'd watch a lot of Sugar Ray Leonard fights, Tommy Hearns fights, Marvin Hagler fights, a lot of George Foreman, and he put on a lot of Muhammad Ali as well, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis. And I don't know how he got this, but he was able to put on some old fights with what's his name? It's already blinking on my head. But let me actually put it. He showed it to me because I told him I was going to Reno for college, and he showed it to me. He's like, "Look at this. This fight happened in Reno. So Reno is isn't a small thing. You know, Reno is actually a good thing. You know, all this and that." He was telling me, he's like, "Reno is a good place because it's world famous for this fight, and it was against Jack Johnson." And Jack Johnson fought in segregated America, and it's crazy. But I think my first fight, I'd probably say, would be rewatchable fight would be my number one would be against Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko.
Okay.
One of the things is both men got down. Anthony Joshua hit Vladimir Klitschko with a nice left hook. He goes down. And Anthony Joshua thought he got him, so he emptied the gas tank in the 5th round. And Vladimir Klitschko, by whatever will it was, he survived. And then the 6th round, Anthony Joshua was gassed. And then Vladimir Klitschko hits him with his famous 1-2. Drops Anthony Joshua. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Anthony Joshua's going to lose. He's going to lose. But Anthony Joshua survives 7, 8, 9, and 10. He survives all those rounds. And he was able to win a few rounds by landing his jabs and like using his boxing. But then on the 11th round, he hits Vladimir Klitschko with a right uppercut. And his neck extends out of his body. Like there's a picture of Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, and his neck is so far out. And it was exciting because both guys had grit and wanted to fight, and both guys showed a lot of boxing prowess throughout it. And it was in front of 90,000 people screaming. So that's one of those fights I'd rewatch. Number 2, I'd say it would be Eric Morales versus Manny Pacquiao 1. Eric Morales beat Manny Pacquiao in this fight, but it wasn't like a wash fight. It was still a very close fight. Manny Pacquiao at this point of his career was so explosive and still very fast. He was landing those 7-punch combos. And Eric Morales, his game plan was to counter. So Manny Pacquiao would throw his punches, and then when Manny Pacquiao would retreat back is when Eric Morales would throw his punches, and he would land 5 punches. And it was just a back and forth brawl. Manny Pacquiao got cut in the fight. It was so much blood. And then guess what? Everyone's like, Eric Morales won the fight. But on the 12th round, Eric Morales usually fights orthodox. He switches. He goes into southpaw and fights Manny Pacquiao toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring, southpaw. Right there. Like, big balls. I was like, geez.
Damn.
So, again, that one is one of those rewatchable fights. And the third one would be Mickey Ward versus Arturo Gatti 1.
Is that the one that the movie's based off of?
It's based off Ward, but they didn't
Oh,
show
okay.
they didn't show that fight. But
Okay, okay, okay.
it's been nominated as fight of the century or fight of the year multiple times. And it's a lot of action, like a lot of action. Both guys are the type of people who won't quit. Like they'll always go at it, and both guys are always powerful and they have explosive punches. So if you want to watch people brawl it out, watch that one. For the fourth one, I would say this one is a masterclass. If you want to know how to fight as a shorter fighter against a bigger, taller fighter, I would say watch Manny Pacquiao versus Antonio Margarito.
Ooh.
Antonio Margarito is just a bigger person. I think they fought at 154. Let me just double check that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one was very interesting, primarily because Margarito was a significantly bigger person than Manny Pacquiao, and Manny Pacquiao still took it out of the bag and still beat Margarito.
3 times, right?
No,
Three
one
times
time.
before the. Oh, one time.
That's Marquez. He won.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Names
So-
sound the same. Just
yeah.
kidding.
So Manny Pacquiao came into the fight at 144, right?
Mhm.
Margarito came into the fight at 150.
Ooh.
Everyone's like, "Oh, 5 pounds ain't that much, bro. 5 pounds is a lot when you're a boxer." That could be a lot of muscle, could be a lot of fat. Either way, he had a lot more than Manny Pacquiao
That's
did.
that's 5 pounds, man. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
In addition to that, right, Pacquiao was only 5'6", Margarito was 5'11".
Damn.
And everyone's like, "Oh man, Manny Pacquiao just beat like a bigger nobody." No, he beat a bigger somebody. Margarito was a WBC super champion as well, super welterweight champion, as well as a 3-time welterweight champion. So he was a champion. He is a very good champion too. But it was amazing to watch. Manny Pacquiao slipped a lot of those punches. It's just beautiful. Beautiful. One of the judges had it 120 to 108, meaning
Oh my
Manny
gosh.
Pacquiao won all 12 rounds. So, and most of the judges had voted that way, 118 to 110. Another one had 119 to 109, right? So it was a very, very entertaining fight. So that's what, my third one?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was that my third one? So I had Anthony Joshua,
I mean,
Eric Morales, Mickey Ward. This one.
oh, that's your fourth one.
So
That's
my
your fourth
fifth one. Oh
There you
man,
go.
I've seen so many fights. I would say Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler. It was immediately a shootout. Both guys were going at it from round one. Like throughout the entire 3 minutes of that round, they didn't stop throwing punches. They just kept throwing. They kept throwing bombs. And then round two, they still kept throwing punches. But then the problem with Tommy Hearns is he has a glass chin, man. You touch that chin, he's going down. And Marvin Hagler was able to go in and land that chin, but Tommy Hearns had always that explosive right hand. So that one was one of those exciting fights that if you want something very fast, watch that one.
Damn, I gotta look that up now. I'll look that up later though.
Yeah, but again, there's so many fights out there, man. You just gotta watch
For
all
sure.
of them.
I haven't really delved that into much of boxing now that I look at it.
Yeah, well,
Um,
one of the things why I
That's a
like
lot.
to watch a lot of the older fights is Lomachenko watches a lot of those older fights too.
and he probably uses them. In some part of his game.
He uses he said he uses a lot of the footwork and how Sugar Ray Robinson used to use a lot of his feints to get his opponent to commit to a punch and counter. And I see that a lot with like Lomachenko. He likes to stutter a little bit, slip, almost about to throw a punch, like he twitches his arm, and opponent reacts really quickly because they know what kind of fighter Lomachenko is, and they commit to a punch that he's not really committed into, and he counters them.
It's nuts to watch.
It's beautiful. Like, Lomachenko is beautiful to watch. If you want to watch pure boxing, watch Lomachenko. If you want to watch
the world
pure,
is,
huh?
yeah, the world is evolving to it too.
Yeah,
So you don't see a fighter like that very often.
yeah, and everyone's using his type of style, primarily because his type of style is really good at the amateur level, and it translates really well into the pro level. So that's one thing, because like a lot of people focus in too much onto one style. It works really well in the amateurs, but when you translate it to pro level, it doesn't work. And the Cubans have that. They have amazing amateurs. 3-time gold medalists, some of them. But when they go to the pros, it doesn't work so well because it's not really that good in the pro game. But in amateur game, it's really great. Well, Lomachenko and Usyk, they have really good amateur and pro styles. So that's why they're evolving the sport more and more.
That's very true. And
And
we see it. And I mean, I see it too in practice. That's amazing to see.
it's crazy because I don't know, in like most inner cities, they haven't adopted Lomachenko's style yet. They are still very heavily influenced by Floyd Mayweather's defensive style. And that his style is uncrackable still.
So far, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I think even Lomachenko was asked about it, and he said he had to think about it because he doesn't quite have an answer for it yet. But I'm pretty sure there is. It's just the way that you use it, more than anything.
yeah.
Because even Mayweather didn't use the Philly shell at certain points in the fight. He put his hands up close, but then when it came to like the ropes,
Philly shell.
Philly shell or other similar type scenarios.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather is another one of those phenomenal people. If you want to watch a pure defensive boxer, Floyd Mayweather. If you want to watch an all-around perfect fighter or all-around really good, tricky defensive and offensive fighter, Lomachenko is one of those people.
Well, I mean, I just hope he comes back.
Yeah, he'll come back.
You know what I mean?
You know, we hope he comes back. But that is our show, guys. Thank you for joining us on this episode of us talking about Tyson Fury, Tommy Fury, Canelo.
We had a bunch of topics, didn't we?
Yeah, we also talked about that weak sauce drama queen Ryan Garcia.
Stuff. It's been how many points have we gone through? We've gone through about 13 different points, and we've gone through at least 5 of them. Going against just bashing on.
Bro, Ryan Garcia
bro.
needs to improve.
I do want to see him. If he actually does improve, he'd be a force to be reckoned with. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's so fast, man. He's so fast.
He is. So,
But
on that note, we'll end it on that respectful note. If you do,
God,
you got potential. If you don't,
you're mincemeat, man.
then you're here. We'll just give you more shit for it.
You know what? Just so you can end on a good note, Ryan, I think you would be a great opponent for Lomachenko in his tune-up fight. Just saying.
Hey, I mean that would satisfy both needs, right? You need to go up, and
He needs a tune-up.
that is as up as that's as up as you can go, man.
Yeah,
That is as up as you can go.
not only that, but Ryan Garcia actually in his amateurs, he beat Devin Haney a few times, and Devin Haney beat him a few times. So,
Oh damn.
fuck, it's still a benefit for Lomachenko, man. He
Of
gets
course.
he gets to have a taller fighter again, who's very fast, has okay foot movement. Man,
Mhm.
it's a win-win for both sides.
Just different fighting styles, I would say.
Yeah, but
Um,
also we also talked about how horrible people are if they use PEDs. So if you're using any form of PEDs,
Ryan. No, just kidding. TJ Dillashaw.
John Jones,
John Jones.
Canelo. Hey man,
Hey man, it's
you got
tainted
that?
meat.
You got taco meats,
It's tainted meat, man. You don't know.
bro.
It's
Tyson
tainted meat.
Fury actually got caught.
We don't talk about that. But yeah, I'm really glad for the thank you for staying with us
Yeah.
through all these 13 topics that we went to. I hope you had a blast. I hope you drank some water, and I'm pretty sure um, you probably like to pee right about now.
Yeah, and also, man, if you got this far, like and subscribe to our videos, because
Yeah,
we have I forgot to announce this, but we have a YouTube channel now, and we're gonna get that going, and we're
Alright.
gonna start posting stuff on there.
Next time we start our show, we'll probably put that at the beginning
Yeah,
because
yeah, I forgot about
probably
that.
should have put that at the beginning. But yeah, if you like what we see, we'll probably put small little like big clips, kind of like how Joe Rogan does it. We'll probably put that on the YouTube channel, just clips here and there. If you want to listen to the full thing, you can catch us on Spotify at the M&IP podcast.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
But also, if moving forward, we might have our webcam so you can finally see how ugly we really are, man. And then you can roast us. You'll be like, "Damn, these
Tell you what,
motherfuckers."
if we get to what's the number you want to get to? We need a goal, and then we'll show our face. How about
5K
five? You know, that's fair. 5K. If we get to 5K
subs.
subscribers, correct? I mean that we got to put some meat in the bones. We are very very brand new. We're still coming up
Yeah.
with new logos. We're still coming up with our style and just getting the content down to a communication science. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's to the point and it's fun and entertaining, and we still want to have fun with it too. But we're still getting there. We're fairly brand new. Once we get to 5K subscribers, I'll show you my ugly ass face, and I'll show Mark's beautiful face.
Bro, by the time you see my face, I might have like a full grown beard again. Because I shaved
Dude.
and I'm back to being a baby. But yeah, and also if you want, guys, you can like tell us what you want to hear, want to see. Again, this is like we're open to a lot of things, right? We primarily do talk about boxing and MMA. If you want, we can do an entire episode just solely for boxing. And if you're interested in our views in what's going on in the world, like our opinions about a few controversial things and stuff like that from the perspective of maybe someone around your age who likes to see different perspectives and who's researched and understands the values of two sides of an argument, then tell us, hey, we want to see another episode of you two talking about so and so or this type of topic or this ongoing issue, because there's a lot of things going on. And if you guys want us to talk about those, just let us know in the comment sections, and we'll consider it, and we'll try our best to put it in our busy schedule, because we're both very busy. He boxes. He has also a job. I have a job. I also have to go to school pretty soon.
Oh yeah, and so we try our best to make sure that you get the content that you would like to see, and we are still learning, mind
Yeah.
you. So we will get that down as soon as we can.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll have guests come on, and they'll also give their input as well.
Ryan, Ryan Garcia, where you at?
Nah. You know what? I want Joe Rogan. Great.
Dude, that'd be nuts. That'd be a nuts collab.
Yeah.
Let us get there first.
Yeah,
We'll
we're gonna get there one day.
one day
Gotta work at it.
for sure.
All right, guys. Thank you again, and we'll hope to see you next week.
All right. See you guys.